Hello and welcome back to South Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody who's tuning in nice and early. Big ups to everybody who's watching on replay. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, people. We are back again with another episode of the Koora Pod, a Monday episode, a rare Monday episode. Well, listen, man, we're going to be speaking about the footy. We've just seen the World Cup final. Viva España, do you know what I mean? Campeones and all that stuff, do you know what I mean? So it's mad. But big up to everybody. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Yamal has a World Cup, meanwhile Ronaldo doesn't. Like, it's mind games.
Hey, you know I mean? Uncomfortable conversations.
Exactly. Certain man are completing football. Certain man are completing football internationally. Well, a certain man, do you know what I mean? A certain man took their whole career, still haven't completed it. You know what I mean? It's mind games. But yeah, man. Listen, we're here, man. We are here. We're going to be speaking about obviously the game against from between Spain and Argentina. We're going to be speaking about Messi. Was he robbed for the player of the tournament? And we're going to be speaking about Saka's hat-trick and England's result, but I said this to a guy at work. It's more like a slap in the face for anybody who was supporting England. It's a slap in the face because, anyway, we'll get into it, and we're going to be speaking about Arsenal transfer news. Of course, the big news that Morgan Rogers has gone to Chelsea for 117 million, which is outrageous, by the way. But listen, certain people are happy, obviously. Actually, Sami, you were in the camp of you didn't want him. You didn't think he was
as a left winger now.
Yeah. Okay. So these guys are all happy. Obviously, listen, for me, do you know what I mean? I wanted him, but it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? We lose this battle, we will not lose the war. Do you know what I mean? There's still more targets. Do you know what I mean? Actually, to be honest, I have lost the war because the whole war circled around the left wing position. So technically, I have lost the war. But it is what it is, guys. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. As long as it's for the betterment of my club, I don't care. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to take the L on that Rogers. Yeah, we'll talk about it. You're going to take a big L on that Rogers.
Why am I going to take a big L?
Because before I left the Koora pod on Friday, I recall I was having a discussion with you, and you're like, no, we're gonna get him. I told you, listen, the benchmark is Anderson, and they're asking for more than Anderson, and you're like, no, blah blah, and here you go. Bro,
but we didn't pay that
117 million. Oh, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is his price was gonna be that high.
My thinking was I told you what Arsenal were thinking. And what I said was exactly what happened.
We'll get to that conversation.
We're going to get into it, yeah, because me and Sami are obviously going to have a to and fro here. So I'm excited to get to it. But listen, we have to start off with the big game. Argentina versus Spain. I mean, listen, if we didn't know it already, what scumbags some of these Argentinian players are. It was so amazing to see Enzo Fernandez get a red card. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful for the amount of tackles that he puts in and all of these guys. You know what I mean? Paredes, the most irrelevant player I've ever seen in my life. And this guy's starting scraps. Like, brother, you're an irrelevant NPC that has only, like, okay, you're at PSG, bro. Some random NPC in PSG's team. You weren't even like the star player or something. Nobody knows you. Like, so please, like, why are you trying to act like you're like he's trying to act like he's something big? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this guy is like a like a household name in football, bro. Like, as if he can start talking to people disrespectfully like that. Like, relax. You're not that guy. But listen, Spain won. We have 3 World Cup winners. Do you know what I mean? Returning to the sober realty training facilities. Do you know what I mean? Returning to Arsenal free. Big up to Mikel Merino as well, because that shot, I don't know if you guys saw, after the game, his whole like right side of his face, was like starting to swell up because of that shot that he took from Messi, bro. Just like pure in front of him, blammed, full force. And I think it was, luckily for him, I think it was Messi's right foot that he shot with. I don't think it was his left.
No, it was the left. It was the left.
Oh, okay, so he was rasped off then. Nah, fairs. Big up to Merino. But listen, Merino, a big help for that Spanish team. And listen, I think people want to sit here. I've seen people crying on Twitter, and saying, "Oh, pass. It's so boring, bro." That was domination, because it wasn't just pass, left, pass, right. These men were passing forward. Did you see some of those sequences of play where these men would pass? All of a sudden they're in the box. Yes, the final finish wasn't there, or the final decision wasn't there, but bro, these guys were cutting through. But I was about to say Barcelona. They were cutting through Argentina like
It is like Barcelona, to be fair.
Knife through butter, bro. Like a hot knife through butter. It was insane. It was insane, man. Listen, I loved the game. I thought the deserved team won, and yeah, man. I'm happy to see the boys get their hands on a World Cup on the same year that they won the Premier League. It should have been hopefully the Champions League as well, but they won the Premier League and now they get their hands on a World Cup. It was brilliant to see. And also my boy Lamine Yamal, do you know what I mean? It's good to see a Moroccan holding up the although he's not playing for Morocco, but listen, he's still doing wonders for Moroccan people. Do you know what I mean? So big up to him as well. But guys, thoughts, man, because it was a really good game, man. In my opinion, I loved it.
It wasn't a good game, to be fair. I don't think it was a good game. I think it was very one-sided. I think Argentina didn't show up. They were very disappointing, which is crazy because obviously while Spain is superior in every way outside the Messi part, but the reality is you would still think McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, obviously Paredes, who came on later, and Rodrigo de Paul should, if obviously not be able to match, but at the very least give them a decent game when it comes to passing and building from the back and beating the press and taking those risks. And they just didn't do that enough. It was just insane to see. Like every time they got the ball, they were pressed and surrounded by these Spanish players everywhere, doing the same kind of Barcelona pressing where, because this is why I said it is like Barcelona, because the way Barcelona press, if you play the 1-2 against Barcelona, you can easily rip them open. Because they press with the intent of committing so much that they don't believe you're going to play the 1-2. They believe you're going to try and dribble, or you're going to try and run past them, or you're going to play and pass and not move, and they just want to crowd you to the side. There were a couple of times when Argentina played the 1-2 and made the run, and it worked. And that's how Atletico Madrid killed Barcelona last season when they played them in the Champions League, when they beat them 4-0 in the Copa del Rey. So yeah, disappointing from Argentina, but listen, I am happy for Spain. I think they deserve it. They're the best team all tournament. Rodri just showed his class. Absolutely incredible. Obviously, had the ACL. We were wondering if he's going to come back the same or not. But he showed his quality. The whole Spanish team was just incredible, man. From the defense, from the goalkeeper, I would say. Because even the keeper got criticized in the beginning, if you remember. Not because he did something wrong, just because David Raya was on the bench and many considered him the best keeper in the world. So, yeah, man, look, the best team deserved it. I had them winning it from the start, but after the Cape Verde draw, I was thinking, okay, maybe it's just the first game. But the reality is, even against Uruguay, they were not that great. And that made me think they might be a bit shaky. But yeah, they showed their quality. They showed their quality, man. Deserved victories, deserved winners. And hey, man, listen, the GOAT already has one. He didn't need a second one. So, hey, let the baby GOAT get another one. Let the baby GOAT get his first one, man. So, even though he didn't perform well, to be fair,
insane.
Yeah, let the baby GOAT get one, man. Like, listen, he's 20, he's 19? He's going to play at least, I want to say, 3 more World Cups, barring any injuries. He could win another one. The next one is in Spain as well. So, if he wins back-to-back World Cups, uncomfortable conversation for some other people's best player in the world conversation now.
Sami.
Yeah, fairs, man. Look, if you guys wanted to learn anything about the World Cup, is the way to win it is you have to be in the Saudi group. Argentina did it in 2022 from Saudi, and Spain did it when they won against Saudi. So Saudi gave them the blessing, and they went all the way and won it. This is first of all, we have to acknowledge that fact. Yamal, you know what? What's interesting about? Well, it is. Yamal, in my opinion, didn't really play very well in this tournament. Nobody's taken away how talented the player is, but I didn't really feel the Yamal impact in Spain during this World Cup. I think Spain as a unit, as a team, and obviously under the manager De Fuente, I think they've done incredible. And I don't think Yamal was the key player of the reason why they played or why they won the whole goddamn thing. Rodri, I mean, there's a reason why this guy won a Ballon d'Or. And the one that goes under the radar, in my opinion, is Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz is so consistent and it's ridiculous. The guy is just so incredibly good, passing, defending, going forward, progressive passing. I thought Ruiz is just going under the radar, maybe because he doesn't have that kind of, influence when it comes to the media and social media, so we don't really hear much from Fabian Ruiz. But I think he was really, really incredible throughout this tournament. And you know what? Spain deserved it. I mean, they won against the favorites. They won against France.
Sami, you're not laughing at you. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing at Seoul.
I get it. But for me, France, in my opinion, was the favorite. Clear. If you ask anybody in the whole world who was the favorite in the quarterfinals, probably 99% would have said France, and Spain just schooled them. Just played them like a playground. It was their playground, and Spain deserved it in every aspect of the game. There's nothing you can take away from them. And last thing I want to say is going to be an interesting Ballon d'Or, nominees. I want to see how this goes. Is it going to be Yamal because of his media power? Is it going to be Rodri? I don't think so. He didn't win the Premier League. Is it going to be Ruiz, Fabian Ruiz? The guy won the league, the Champions League, as well as the World Cup. I don't know if Fabian Ruiz is going to be even in the top 10. It's.
I think it's going to be between.
People...
It's going to be between Yamal and Rodri for sure.
I don't know, man. I don't know about, as I said, for me, Yamal, I didn't feel his impact in this World Cup, and Rodri didn't win the league. I mean, he won a domestic cup and a World Cup. Okay, fair.
Yeah, but he won two domestic cups and the World Cup where he performed well. I don't think he deserved the best. We'll talk about it. And Yamal was insane club level.
And last thing I want to say about Argentina, the scums. I mean, these guys didn't come to play football. I mean, honestly speaking, I didn't like the way they play. It just felt so, beyond dark arts. The guy was literally shoving the player right in front of the referee. I don't know what the fuck you want from the referee to do. They deserve the red card, and I don't think they were in any way or shape or form in the levels of Spain. And well done to Spain, La Roja.
Yeah, that was mad, honestly. I'm so glad he booked Paredes. I'm so glad he booked both centre-backs. Not both centre-backs, sorry. He booked, I guess, one of the centre-backs, I can't remember. He booked Enzo Fernandez. And Enzo Fernandez is the idiot, but so overrated, by the way. And these Chelsea fans are trying to pretend like he's a 150 million player. Got an early yellow card for dissent. What are you on? What are you doing? Like, for dissent. Calm the hell down. It's the finals, and you've won this tournament 4 years ago, so you should have experience and know what it takes to win this. It's just, I was like, honestly, yes, you do feel bad for Messi, but not that much though, and not for long, because you still remember, okay, he's the GOAT, he's won it before. But you look at all these other scumbags, you're like, thank God they didn't win. Because imagine having Paredes and Enzo Fernandez and Emiliano Martinez and all these guys and Romero celebrating after the game. Like, because you saw what Romero did after the England game when they scored the second goal. He went to Bellingham's face and a couple of English players' face and started like chanting in front of their faces and stuff. And I'm like, man, these guys are such scumbags. And even Otamendi, his former teammate Rodri, comes after the game to hug him out, blah, blah, blah. And he's yelling at him, telling him, oh, you guys talked too much over the whole week, blah, blah, blah. And Rodri's like, what? When? What did we say? And I was like, bro, Rodri, if I were you, bro, just slap his face and walk away, man. These guys are all... They only have two players that don't have that attitude. That sometimes I think, are they really from Argentina? Messi and Julian Alvarez. These are the only two guys who have that respect. They're quiet. They don't argue. They don't fight. They don't play dirty. They don't like cause any sort of like tussle with like players and stuff like that. They don't dive. They don't cheat. Every other player in their team is the definition of a scumbag and the embodiment of anti-football at its finest. And you know what the sad part is? They're actually quite talented where they don't need to do that. They don't need to do that. We saw how they played against England. It's not like they come back their way to win. They outplayed England. They were tactically superior to England. And yet they play like absolute scumbags. I've always hated McAllister, even at Liverpool, the biggest cheat out there. He gets a slight touch on him. He goes screaming, starts rolling on the ground for like 3-4 minutes. And yet he does the same thing to everyone else. I hate scumbags like that. So I am glad that they didn't win. I only wanted them to win the last World Cup for Messi, and that was after Morocco.
You reminded me, actually. You think that Marino goal was a foul? I didn't see it was a foul.
Yeah. It was. He stepped on Otamendi's boot. Even though I hate Otamendi, and I thought Otamendi was diving, to be honest. And when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, they're going to definitely give this goal. Then I saw the replay, and he did. It's the same thing that happened with the Egypt game. Like, he did step on the boot. He turned. It is a foul. Like, we have to also be fair, to be fair.
At least they're keeping it consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Although both decisions did go for Argentina, so we have to start asking questions.
Yeah, but of course both were fouls on Argentina. To be honest, the McAllister one is one that he might have not given because it wasn't like McAllister went with his studs up or anything. Like but it's still a yellow card, clearly, 100%, because you went charging in, you didn't win the ball, you deserve to get that second yellow. And he wouldn't have given a yellow card for dissent if it was rigged for Argentina, as some idiots are saying. He also wouldn't have given a yellow card to Paredes for shoving someone right in front of him if it was rigged. So I'm glad the referee did a fantastic job.
Fernandez is like, he knows what he's trying to do there, because anybody who's played 100%. Football knows, like, he has more than enough time to pull his leg away, because he knows that he isn't getting to that ball. But this guy leaves his leg in there just so he can get. He knows already that the ball's going to get kicked away, but he wants to leave that little bit in there to get that contact, just to leave it in there to be like, yo, do you know what I mean? Let him get to the floor. Such a dirty tactic, man. Such a dirty tactic. I swear. It is scummy, man. But listen, I was so happy to see Spain win. And listen, we got new champions now. They're European champions and world champions. Do you know what I mean? Big up to Spain, man. Big up to Spain. And this does wonders for the that we've got there as well. What a confidence boost going into the new season. Do you know what I mean? For them, they're league winners and they've just won with their country. Do you know what I mean? What that does for you. And listen, everybody is gonna joke about the Marino and getting a Ballon d'Or and all this stuff. And listen, of course, Marino.
Hey, if he scored that header, I would have made the argument. I don't care. Listen, I don't care how shameless. I would have made the argument if he scored the header.
You know what? What I will say is Marino is just so, like, as maybe overall as a as a midfielder, he's not at the top level, but just having that clutch gene and being somebody that you can utilize to get on the ball, just somebody who you want in that attacking phase, to be there to have a shot on goal or to have like a header or something like that. This guy is unbelievable. This guy is I don't know what happened there. Yeah, this guy is unbelievable at that, man, and he always somehow just is in the right place at the right time, man. It's just insane from Mikel Merino, and listen, he saved Spain at times, man, because they didn't look like they were scoring at times in this World Cup, and he comes on, clutch player, and gets that winning goal for them. I think the last the game against France, it was a game against France, wasn't it, where he scored that last minute goal, man, and just put them into the
game against France. Which game?
Spain.
Oh, the Nations League, the 5-4.
No, it was which one did he score the last minute goal?
Belgium and Portugal.
Belgium and Portugal. Sorry, Belgium and Portugal. No, Belgium. It was the Belgium game. That Belgium game where they looked after they scored that goal. Do you know, Belgium equalized. Yeah, do you know what I mean? For him to come on and score that last minute goal, brilliant from Mikel Merino, man. Absolute clutch player.
And I think Spain only conceded one goal throughout the tournament. Yeah. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, Belgium. One person we have to big up is Kobasi, man. because he won the Young Player of the Year, Young Player of the competition, or the Young Player of the tournament. And what a job he's done, by the way. What a job that he's done at centre back. I know he's playing against Laporte, and Laporte is an experienced player. He's played so many games for Spain. You know, been there, done that, worn the t-shirt, all of that good stuff. Yeah.
Sad. I think Spain was so tactically sound that they always win the ball, like in right away at the area of the midfield. Like it doesn't really go through Ruiz or Rodri many times from what I've seen from Spain across the whole tournament. I mean, they always win the ball high, and then you rarely see that they are under press or anything. And that's something you got to give credit to the manager, to be honest. I mean, fairs.
But can I tell you? Can I tell you why I rate that a bit more high? And this is why I rate like Saliba and Gabriel and you rate these players from these clubs that have all the possession, because like it's so easy for you to get complacent when your team has the ball. You're always control of games. It's so easy for you to just drop the ball and then they got through and scored 1 goal. But Spain, bro, they only conceded 10 shots, bro. 10 shots. So even when these guys were getting counterattacks, and they've been counterattacked more than 10 times in this tournament, and even when they get counterattacked, they're still managing all the defenders to get back and make sure we don't even give up a shot on goal. Forget about giving up a goal. Let's just get a shot. Let's not give up that shot. So listen, big up to the defending, because the defending was. Listen, Puyo would be proud. Do you know what I mean? Sergio Ramos would be proud. Do you know what I mean? Because I think at times it was good as well, man. It was very good. And for them to only concede
1 goal.
Against Belgium, insane, by the way. Insane.
I think it's never been done, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure it must have.
1 goal.
I'm pretty sure it
to
must
concede
have.
only 1 goal.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a stat that's impossible to have replicated. Especially with less games.
Check it out.
Yeah. Somebody,
please
one of you lot needs to check it out.
Yeah, please.
They would have said it's a record if
that would have been big news.
It would have been big news, yeah.
Like the way the commentators in England were saying it, it was like, oh, you know what? It's so crazy that they've done it. They've only conceded 1 goal and only conceded 10 shots. That's how I know, because they were kept on saying it over and over again. Only conceded 10 shots, only conceded 1 goal. It's like crazy.
Speaking of shots, I mean, Argentina didn't have any single shots the whole full 90, bro. I mean, this is insane, bro. This is insane,
bro.
Insane.
They had 0 xG, like 0.00.
Yes, I'm saying
0.00 xG, bro. So, insane.
Bro, that is worse than Arsenal's performance against PSG in the final. Imagine. At least we had 1 or 2 attempts. The 0 is just mad.
That's crazy.
0 is just
scored,
mad,
and they completely locked up Messi, by the way. They completely they
nullified him. Yeah, they nullified him.
They knew like you just have to surround him, stop that danger, and everyone else sucks anyway. I mean, they don't suck, but they played like they suck.
Bro, this is how you do it. Do you know what I mean? Not in the second half, drop all the tactics and say, yeah, you know what? Let me just give him all the ball. And then just like Messi, do what you can. Do what you do best. Let me give you the ball and you make something happen.
You think side of England was instead of Argentina and qualified to the final, you think they would have won against Spain?
No. Oh, you asked that. Sorry.
No.
I know you're not gonna say yes, Ash.
So. The reason why is because I feel like
you said no.
Yeah. And the reason why I'll say that is because their manager, De La Fuente? He is like, this guy, is actually like his awareness in game and to tweak certain things. It's so good that even if we came up with something, excuse me, even if we came up with like a game plan where, you know, we're making it difficult for them and you know, we're causing them some trouble. Firstly, they keep the ball, which they do all the time anyway. So you're gonna have to get a tactic. You're gonna have to come up with a tactic to try and hit them on the counter attack. You need to be very like Ash said, the use the 1-2s, be very strategic when you get the ball. Do you know what I mean? And play through the channels. Make sure you have an out ball, somebody who can make a run. And of course, we have Gordon, and we have Saka. Or Saka isn't as explosive at the moment with his injury, although he looked explosive in the other game, but. You have Gordon, you have an out ball there. So maybe there was a chance we could do something against them. But the thing is with this Spain team, man, is just they make it so difficult for you. And on top of that, their manager is so good and tactically like astounding, where he makes loads of little tactical changes that it just always keeps them ahead. Always keeps them ahead of the curve.
I agree. I agree with you.
I think England. I think England would have given a better fight for sure. It's because of the PNP.
That's what I would have.
And Argentina set such a low bar. I think any other team would have given Spain a better fight. But I don't see any way these guys would have won against Spain. Man, Spain would have dominated possession. As it is, England are a team that score a goal and then cover.
There's an argument there, Ash. There's an argument, right? If we
that England would have won.
No. I mean, there's an argument in the sense that we've witnessed Spain win comfortably against France, who was, clear favorites in the quarterfinals, and yet, they probably could have done the same to England. I mean,
can I just say this on the France thing? I don't think they won comfortably. I think they saw out the game comfortably. But I'll tell you why. Because to say they won comfortably means they were creating chance after chance after chance and just not scoring them. Their first goal was a penalty, which was a clear penalty, but it was more of an individual mistake than a forced mistake.
That's not what I meant. I thought they dictated the game and the rhythm and the pace of the game. They basically controlled the game from that aspect. Yeah, they didn't dominate in the sense of chances creation, but in the sense of dictating the pace of the game, no, they have, bro. I mean, but then I'm sure
I can argue England might have been a better team than France. So yes, France obviously were locked up. Maybe England would have been a better team than France. Maybe they would have.
That's a crazy shout.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, look, I am not going that much by the third place game because we all know like these teams.
I'm not taking. I'm not taking that.
There's no pressure. But the reality is.
But like a training
England,
session.
England did play Spain 2 years ago. And they gave them a very difficult game. I mean, it was 1-1, and then Oyarzabal scored a last-minute winner. So it's not like they haven't faced each other just 2 years ago. Yes, Spain might be stronger, you could argue. But then I would argue so is England. Bellingham is better. Kane is better. I know he didn't show up, but my point is like England is, you could argue, is also a better team. So I think they would have definitely given a better match. They would have made it quite tight. I think they might have even gone to extra time. It would have been very close. But I just don't see how they would beat a team like Spain that is not just flawless defensively. They're also a team that can take the lead and will keep the lead. They will not just take the lead and sit back. And I think that's the kryptonite of England. I think England would hate playing against teams that are excellent at keeping possession. And Argentina was excellent at keeping possession up until the semifinals. They had the highest pass accuracy of the whole World Cup. But so imagine when they play against a demon like Spain that can do it even better. So, but I just think just out of pure PNP and Premier League quality, they would have given Spain a much more difficult game, but they would have suffered the same fate in the end.
Yeah, man, insane. But speaking of England, actually, let's speak about the player of the tournament, because me and Ash obviously were speaking about it in the group chat, and obviously, listen. Personally, I do agree with Ash. I think that Messi should have won it. I do think Messi should have won that player of the season, player of the tournament, because I feel like he was the best player in the tournament, in my opinion. But I'm not 100% mad at Rodri winning it, because I do think Rodri was also instrumental to that midfield and keeping it ticking in a lot of games. But it's, do you know what I mean? It's so tight.
But
with what you're doing.
I don't think it's tight. I think he got robbed, to be honest, because Messi was the team basically. Literally, it was a one-man show, and I don't think if you take Rodri out of Spain and let's say you play Pedri and Fabian Ruiz, I think that Spain would still look good. Where Argentina, without Messi, they are nothing. Bro, they are absolutely nothing. They wouldn't have won against Cape Verde. They wouldn't have won against even Egypt. So I mean, when you look at, I don't know what is the metrics they look at, but if I remove this player from this team, then the drop off is massive. Also, he delivered. No, but it's not like he didn't deliver goals and assists as well.
Exactly. You cannot just go by, oh, he's the best and no one else, because then by that logic they can say, what if Cape Verde had like a world-class player and everyone else sucked and he's carrying them? Then
but he had output as well, right? He had output
exactly. I think Messi was not just dragging Argentina. I actually think he was head and shoulders above everyone on the pitch in every single game except the what do you call the final against Spain. And I don't think that one game should define the rest of his tournament. Yes, Rodri was fantastic in most, if not all, games, but I just don't think he was on Messi's level. I think Messi, the stuff he did was just mental, especially at that age of 39. And here's the thing: you don't even have to look at the age of 39. If you add the context of 39, it's even more phenomenal than ever. But if you take away the context of 39, let's say you just saw someone do all that stuff, it's
I don't think
still
that's
fantastic.
Considered as a factor.
Yeah, they don't consider the age. I don't know. They don't consider the age. But that's what I'm saying, because some people will push back and say, yeah, but just because he's 39 doesn't mean you don't have to rate him like everyone else. Okay, even if you rate him like everyone else, he still performed better than everyone else, in my opinion, in almost every other game. So I think it's crazy that he didn't get it, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, man, Messi. It's insane.
The last dance, man. It was a last dance for him, and you know what? Football is gonna miss out on, or we're not gonna see Messi anymore in World of Football. Probably he's gonna chill in Miami now and live the rest of his days as a shareholder of Miami.
He's done. Listen, this guy has done so much for the game, and to be honest, I don't see him coming back in football as like a manager or anything, because I just don't see him doing that. But what I do see him coming in as, I reckon, once Messi retires, I think we'll see him become like a head honcho or some sort of upper management within Barcelona. That's there. It's 100%.
I don't think. I think he's got too much at stake to do that, bro. I think he'll probably get involved with like FIFA, like how Arsene Wenger became whatever Arsene Wenger does. I honestly don't even know what Arsene Wenger does. I think exactly, Marco. I think he's too quiet for that kind of stuff.
He himself is a guy with the red tapes.
What are you talking about? What do you think Messi? I just said?
Like some director at Barcelona or something like that. Like that. That's what you meant, right?
Yeah, no, just like an ambassador or something. I'm talking about.
Oh, ambassador, yeah, of course, ambassador. You don't even
about he's gonna be like an ambassador now for Barcelona or something like this, or like just be like a like have a little vote or something like that.
He still has a commercial value.
I'm not talking about being an actual like, I'm the main guy, I'm making all the decisions.
Sporting director, I
should have made that a bit clearer. That's not what I meant, but I agree with you guys. I think he is too quiet for anything out in the public or anything like. Listen, man, Messi is a very like, you could tell he's an introvert, bro. This guy, I'm telling you, bro, if he wasn't a footballer, bro, this guy would just be like so introverted and wouldn't speak to anybody. Do you know what I
mean? I think a couple of years we're gonna see him in BN Sport or something.
Nah, I can't see him doing that, bro. I
don't see him.
He's never gonna be in that because he doesn't like to speak English. This guy only speaks like in Spanish.
You think they'll care?
It doesn't matter. Bro, it doesn't matter because they will tell him
they'll tell him you come here. We will learn Spanish before you come. Don't worry, just come.
Listen, you speak. No, bro. Spanish,
it's not about that.
You're worried about putting the subtitles under you, bro. Don't worry.
Maybe Ash would know this if he watches like BN Sport in Arabic. When they had, for example, Arsene Wenger. He used to speak, yes, they used to speak in their mother tongue, and whatever they comment is they're hearing like translation, it's dubbed for them, so it doesn't matter what they say. They will hear it in Arabic, and then you'll find somebody who speaks in a very weird Arabic.
The only reason why I don't think he'll ever do that kind of stuff is because I don't think he'll want to give analysis. I think he'll just be thinking, bro, if I give an analysis and it comes out too harsh, or they say, oh my God, why is he saying these things? Like, I think him and some other players at the very high level, I think they'll be worried about ruining their reputation, especially Messi, because his reputation now is is going to last forever. So, like, imagine if he comes out after one game saying, "Oh, I think they should have done this instead, and they could have played this way," and it comes out sounding stupid. Like some ex-players and ex-legends who have come out and said things that, like Paul Scholes, for example. I've lost all respect for him. To be honest, I never respected him that much as a footballer. I think he's so overrated. I think he's barely top 10 midfielders in Premier League history. But anyways, wallahi. But okay,
I said, to be honest, I didn't have that much respect for him anyway at the start. But
but at least what I know about him as a player is that he was quiet. He wasn't like that aggressive and that into it. And now when you hear him go on the overlap and say some dumb shit, you're like, oh, this guy actually lacks a frontal lobe. He's actually retarded. Fair enough. Okay, so don't listen to him. I don't think Messi would be worried after seeing Gary Neville and all these other idiots ruin some of their legacy as players. Maybe not Gary Neville. Gary Neville is a bad example. But I mean like Paul Scholes, Michael Owen, some of these players who ruined their legacy after going into this pundit career. I think he might think twice about it. Ibrahimovic was another one, by the way. Nobody has been more exposed than Ibrahimovic, in my opinion, this summer. Have you guys seen the show he does with Henry and Alexi Lalas?
Yeah,
you can tell
the most brain dead dickhead I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Alexi Lalas is just absolutely idiotic. But you can tell Ibrahimovic does not know how to analyze the game, because whenever they ask him about a certain game that's done, like I don't know, I don't remember the exact words. I'll just hypothetically, this is what he says. Yeah, France did not win against Spain because Spain was too good, and when you're too good, and when Spain is too good, you have to step up or you will be eaten, and you were eaten. Like, it's so stupid. Like, there's no analysis. Like, you hear Henry saying, I think they have to play the channels better, and sometimes when they overload the wing, you need to make sure you switch that way. Ibra comes and says the most brain dead thing. Like, yeah, they you come to the jungle, and if you don't show up in the jungle, you get eaten. What are you saying, my guy? Bro, shut up as a footballer, keep your legacy, and stay quiet. If you cannot speak, don't speak. What's wrong with you? I hate when footballers do that and ruin it. Van der Vaart. Okay, Van der Vaart sucks, to be honest.
Nah, please, man. Don't mention Van der Vaart, bro. If I see one more Van der Vaart quote, bro, I swear, bro, I'm going to lose it, bro. I'm sick. I'm pretty sure he does this to rage bait people. I don't think he actually cares about analysis. 100%. He just goes on there to rage bait and just engage.
Like John Obi Mikel. John Obi Mikel is the exact same shit.
Yeah, John Obi Mikel is just, he's biased.
Yeah, wild takes from Obi Mikel, man. Oh, this title is not considered for I wouldn't consider it for Arsenal. Like, why would I need your validation?
His whole basis of not liking corner goals and saying it's illegal and this shit. When their equalizer for the Champions League was the corner. He's acting like I wasn't sat there watching your whole career, Donny. I watched your whole career, bro. You don't think I know what you were doing for Chelsea? Elbows in guys' faces, yeah? Pulling man down to the floor. Shut up, man, you bum. You were sat there doing the same thing that everybody else was doing. Yeah? Terry, I've seen this guy elbow people in the face. I'm talking about an elbow you'd see in UFC. And he's done that to get in front of them to get a head onto the ball. Get out of here, man. Your whole team was doing a Mazzoline. And you're sitting here trying to, oh my God, it's an illegal. But anyway, I do agree with Ash, man. Some of these guys, I don't know. I don't see Messi doing that as well. I can't lie. For some reason, I see Ronaldo doing it. I see Ronaldo going down the same route as Ibrahimovic, 100%. And then going out because he's such a in front of the camera guy. Excuse me. He's such an in front of the camera guy. 100%.
Leave Messi with the Laziz KFC. I don't know if you watched the KFC one commercial.
Yeah, ages ago.
You remember it? Yeah, it was something Laziz.
He did a KFC ad before. It was mostly in the Gulf here. At least we used to get advertisements back then in NBC and stuff. I don't know about the other countries.
Tamo Laziz or something like that.
I remember when they used to make so much, because we used to joke about Cristiano all the time because he used to do the head and shoulders advertisement. We're like, bro, this guy with his shampoos and shit, and then unclear and all, and then 1 year later Messi does an advertisement with KFC. I'm like, oh my God. What are these players doing, bro? Neymar did it with McDonald's, but at least McDonald's was like, it was a big. I mean, yeah, even KFC's a big brand. To be fair, it's just funny, bro. It's just funny.
Oh god. Before we move on, let's talk about that England game, because I mean, firstly, Saka with a hat-trick. Of course, there was no pressure on this game, and like I was saying, man, for me personally, somebody who was supporting England during Argentina game, bro, it's such a slap in the face, because if that performance was there, and by the way, to be honest, I think it followed the same suit. I just think France just weren't good enough on the day, and they completely, at the start, he completely rotated everybody.
But they got what they want. I mean, they've gotten what they wanted. I mean, Mbappe is the top scorer. Olise broke the record of Pele. I mean, that's what they wanted. I mean, they didn't care really much. Third, fourth, doesn't really matter.
How does that work with Mbappe? Because he probably wasn't at the. Like, are they just gonna post him that trophy or something? Like, how does that work now, bro? Because he's not there. Do you know what I mean? So he's got to like get that golden boot. Do you know what I mean?
They're gonna send the trophy to him. Yeah,
they're gonna send it in like a Louis Vuitton bag or something, or a Louis Vuitton box.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, the game. To be honest, it felt like a training session. There's no fight. There's no urgency. There's nothing. I mean, literally, that's the games that I play with my friends here and work colleagues. This is the type of scores that we see: 6-4, 7-3, or something.
Exactly.
So I mean. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for
Bruh,
Saka.
we're not running that agenda, though. We're running the agenda that if you allowed Arsenal players to express themselves, you would have won the World Cup, because all 5 goals came from Arsenal players or Arsenal contributions.
To be honest, Ash, as much as I'm happy
scored is linked with Arsenal.
But here, as much as I'm happy for Saka and Rice, I'm kind of concerned. Like, why the hell would they play? You know what I mean? Like, that's it. They played so much. They need the rest. And they are in such a dire need of rest, and yet they play for a third position or whatever, man. That's a frustrating part, but I'm happy that he scored a hat-trick, and I'm happy to see also Rice scoring that good goal.
I think I had something about legally from today. Legally from today, Rice has to take 4 weeks. Like, he has to take a month, like, break. Legally,
he deserves it.
Like,
he deserves it.
He's not allowed to play football. Like, I think it's due to. Like,
he's not even allowed to walk.
No. I think by legally it means he's entitled to it. If he decides to come back earlier, he can. It's his choice. But he's entitled to say, "I don't want to play for the next 4 weeks and take a break." That's what it means. Not that you cannot come back early. No, you're not allowed. Like, there's no such thing.
But
it's like how you're entitled to having like 30 working days in a year, for example, or 30 calendar days off from your work. That doesn't mean you have to take 30 legally. You can decide to take only 26, 27. But I do agree with you guys. He should take all the 4 weeks and rest. He obviously won't make it back in time for the first game of the season, but at least if he makes it back for after his national break,
don't accept over. Some companies actually don't accept carryover. You must take it.
Yeah. There's no carryover. I get you.
Yeah, okay.
No, but I know there's no carryover. But you get what I mean.
Yeah. But no, I mean, the club should be pushing for more rest. I mean, even the 4 weeks, if he needs more, then they should recommend that and say, hey, listen, go to Thailand or a spa or something. I don't care, man. Just relax. I don't want to see you play football. I don't even want you to walk. You want us to carry you? We'll carry you, man. I mean, he carried us for 4,000 plus minutes, so I don't want him to play any football, anything, bro. Don't get involved. I think we can do it for the first month in the Premier League until they are fully rested and recovered, so we can get them 100%. That goes to Rice, Saliba, as well as Saka.
Yeah, I hear you. What do you guys feel about? Okay, maybe it's not even worth entertaining, to be honest. But what do you guys feel about like brain dead comments about, oh my God, this tarnishes Messi's legacy, or this is why he's not the GOAT?
What do you mean? Tarnish Messi's legacy?
Yeah, this is actually a conversation that's been happening by a lot of people.
Nah, bro. I mean,
someone we know said someone we know said, "Oh, if Messi wins this, I will recognize him as the greatest of all time." And then after the World Cup, he's like, "Yeah, I gave Messi a chance, and he did not take that chance." Yes, Messi was waiting for your chance. Yes.
Brother.
I mean, if there's any consolation, I mean, if he actually wanted it, he would have just cemented it. But he already is the GOAT in the eyes of the millions, in my opinion, in the world of football. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, okay, you have more UCLs as Ronaldo, but it doesn't mean fuck all to me, to be honest. I mean, you don't have a World Cup, which is the epitome of football, the pinnacle level of football is winning the World Cup. I mean, we all grew up watching World Cups before we started watching the UCLs and the Premier Leagues and all that stuff. So the World Cup is, you know, the ultimate title. I would say, you know, if you manage to win it, then for me, winning a couple of more UCL is redundant.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, listen, it's to be honest, for me, I'll be completely real, guys, man. The conversation's done, man. Conversation's done, man. Like it's been
boring.
actually. What am I talking about? Like as if it was like the conversation has been done.
It was never a
ages
conversation.
Ago, man.
Yeah,
it was done in 2022, brother. Like, please,
yes,
man, just
yes.
Let's stop doing the oh my god, let me be edgy gimmick. Like, do you know what I mean? Let's relax, man. It is what it is. Yeah, there is a goat.
What's interesting, I think, Saad, that he could have stayed in Europe and actually played in a very high level, but I think he decided to go to the US probably for family reasons, education, maybe for his kids, whatever. But I don't think, you know, if he stayed in Europe, we would have seen a massive drop off in his levels. He would still play in a very, very high level, in my opinion. Don't you think?
Who's that? Sorry,
Messi.
I was reading something. What did you say? Sorry, I
said if he
reading
stayed in Europe. No, I'm saying if he stayed in Europe, you think he would have dropped off, or after the World Cup and after, you know,
what in 2022?
When did he move out of PSG? Was it 2022 or
2023? 2023,
right?
I think if he was still in Barca at this moment in time, if he was still
not forget about Barca.
now,
Let's say he moved anywhere else, like Italy or Premier League or whatever, you know, in Europe still.
Yeah, it depends, no? Sorry, go ahead.
The thing is, with England, it's so fast paced and there's so much pressing, where it's just it would be you'd be able to cancel him out of games, just because you. But before, if you were talking about young Messi, there's no chance, man. Do you know what I mean? If you talk about late 20s, even early 30s Messi, bro, it's a completely different discussion. You're having a completely different conversation. Of course, he'd come out and be able to play in any league. But I do think there are some limitations. But listen, the Italian league, I think he could play in. I still think he could play in Europe. I still think he could play at the top level. But listen, he's old now, man. Let Unk rest, man. Do you know what I mean? Let Unk rest. He's leading us in Unk Nation. Yeah, big up. Big up to Lionel Messi, bro, because he's leading us, man. Wallahi, it's actually been it's been emotional, man. Because it's like, you know what I mean, you watch the guy for almost his whole. Well, I watched his whole career, so it's like it is mad. Do you know what I mean? To see that it's coming to an end. Obviously, he's out into Miami, but I do agree. Yeah, I think even now you could see him still play at the top level at certain leagues, but not every league. I don't think so. I think in the Premier League, do you know what I mean? It could get a bit techie. For me personally, I don't know about you guys. If you guys think he can still do it at the Premier League, but I just think it's
no. I don't think he can, because I don't think any team will play to suit his age right now. Like, no team will play just to feed him and to play the ball to him. Like, can he play in like a mid-table team and do really well? Yeah, probably, because he'll play in the 10. He doesn't need to track back as much and stuff like that. But I don't think he should do something like that. I don't think he even will consider doing something like that. I think the reality is there's a reason why he moved to Inter Miami, because it's like Spanish-speaking state. Like, he can, you know, get along with people there and be comfortable speaking his language and stuff. It'll be a nice place for his kids to grow up and learn English. Yeah, probably as well, because I don't see any.
No,
Like when you come, what? Yeah, fair. But then when you complete football at 35, what else is there for you to do? Like think about it. There's nothing. There's no other Ballon d'Or for you to win. You've already won a World Cup. You've already won the Copa America. You've already won the Champions League. You've won a treble as well. So every big achievement he's won a
no, he could have gotten 100 or 150 million euro contract, but he refused.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about from a football perspective. There's nothing for him to do anymore. There's nothing he can do at Europe anymore.
Imagine you're 30, you're 35 or 34. You're at the end of your career, and then some team comes to you, say, "Hey, listen, and you're that good," and say, "Hey, Ash, listen, would you play in Saudi? Here's 100 million euro per year."
Yeah, but he's getting that from the USA. So he's even if it's the money, he's getting it from the US.
No, it's less. It was less. US.
It's less in salary, not if you take the Apple and MLS revenue, because he's getting a share of that as well. And sorry, Apple.
Yeah.
And
no, but he would have gotten some shares as well here if he took in the contract.
Yeah, but we don't know that. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have shares here. Well, to be honest, Cristiano is an inferior player, but
no, he does have shares.
When he first moved, he didn't have shares. That's for sure.
But regardless,
I'm not sure when he got it, but he has shares.
But does the point still not stand that he's getting that money regardless?
Yeah, exactly. My point is he doesn't need the money. He doesn't need the achievements. There's nothing he could do anymore. Like the only thing you can say he could do is like the only thing you might say, oh, what if he went to a
That makes it sound like it's $50, you know, 20 million euros. This is okay.
No, but okay, hold on.
No, but 20 million in a billion is nothing. It is true though.
Yeah,
I know.
If you're dealing in hundreds of millions and you're dealing regularly in my contract over the span of this year's is get like, do you know what I mean? These players are not going to sit there. And
but wasn't Apple? Was Apple TV? Wasn't it?
He now has to
Apple
move
TV, and he gets something from Adidas as well.
He now has to move his whole. Also, he's an ambassador for Adidas, and he's doing the Walkers or the Lay's thing. The Lay's thing. He's also doing Pepsi. Like, bro, you have to understand. Messi has money coming out of his eyeballs, bro. There's so much. Like,
bro, he earns $140 million yearly just from his salary, and then Apple, and Adidas and stuff. Like, bro, I'm telling you, like. Actually, no, it's even more than that. No, correct. Yeah, correct.
That is, there's really no
that's without counting all the endorsements. Sorry, go ahead, Sad.
No, I was just saying there's no need for him to join for money. Like the only thing that will perk his ear up is if he thinks he can make one more stride in football to change something around or something.
Yeah. Which bro, the only thing left for him to do is maybe join a mid-table team and win them the league, right? Funny enough, but again, Messi. It comes to a point, Sami, where that extra money doesn't really matter because he's gonna earn it anyways. Messi and Cristiano are two people, and probably Neymar maybe, but no, mainly Messi and Cristiano. They don't have to ever worry about money till they die, because even after they retire, they'll make more money probably from other things. Like probably the Argentinian FA will pay him yearly just to say thank you. And Barcelona will probably pay him yearly as an ambassador.
And their kids don't have to want for anything either. And their kids.
Yeah, I mean, their kids will probably end up. One of his kids will probably end up being a footballer. I understand
he's making generational wealth. I'm not disagreeing there.
My point was the only thing left for him to achieve or do in a footballing sense, which is not really important, is if he goes and plays for a mid-table team and wins them the league, which you can argue he did in Inter Miami, because Inter Miami was a bum team in the US and he won them the league. But if you're talking about doing it in Europe, fine, but then it's like expecting Pep Guardiola to go take over Aston Villa and win the league with them. He's never going to do it because there's no incentive.
Speaking of Pep, he might coach the Italian national team.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, that is such a bad move. I hope he doesn't.
Maldini has been, having conversations with him in Barcelona, so we'll see.
That's crazy.
The thing is,
he accepts it, bro.
There's news of him, like he was approached by the England FA as well. I think news came out about that.
Nah, bro, I think they're gonna stick with Tuchel.
It was before they got Tuchel. Before they got Tuchel, it came out a couple of days ago that apparently before they got Tuchel, they approached Pep and asked him, like, can you leave Man City? We want to get you when you leave before the World Cup, so you can manage us during the World Cup. And he disagreed. But I think if Pep managed England, it would be. I think he'd win so much like internationally because
the whole team will be from Man City.
He's already familiar with the players. He already knows some of the
sure.
players and able to utilize them, and that playing like a league team in the national team is crazy, bro. You then have a team, and I think that's why Spain do so well is because they play like a Spanish league team. They play like a Barcelona. I know Ash made a joke and said it.
But you know what?
Barcelona,
you know what?
But they play like Barcelona. Like
it will be interesting. It will be interesting, Sab. But I think Pep. In my humble opinion, I think Pep requires day in and day out training. That's the thing with national teams where they get really summoned for a week or something, or play this tournament, whatever. And I think to learn the Pep way, he needs to keep training them and training them and training them. So it's difficult for me to see Pep do the same as he's doing with Manchester City or the Barças,
unless he takes over Spain.
Yeah, Spain, because the identity of Spain is quite similar, right? They come basically from the same school, which is La Masia. So it would have been easy for him to just put his touches there and that's it. But I mean, to go to England national team or Italy or any national team, it's gonna be interesting to see, but I don't think it will.
Can I tell you why? Can I just rebuttal that quickly? I know Ash is gonna come in quickly.
No, go ahead.
I think my rebuttal to that is, I think because of the influence that Pep has had on the Premier League, a lot of the English players that you'll get are already they'll be somewhat.
You mean City players?
System and his play styles and stuff, just because of his reach and how everybody is now playing out the back. Everybody now is trying to play that fluid football. They're trying to play that attacking football. That obviously not Arteta and all that stuff, but you know what I mean. He's definitely had a positive influence on the league, where I think more English players would be able to be. They'll be more used to his system in a way. I understand what you're saying, that you still do need like training, and you need to have like Pep does need a bit of like quite a bit of time with his players to fully get them, do you know what I mean, locked into his system and everything. But I don't think the English players are like that far off. Maybe the players that have never played under him, but players that have played in the Premier League, they know that system. They know because they played against it or played for him. In my opinion,
I think he either should wait for the Spanish job, in my opinion, or wait for the Barcelona job. Like, wait for one of them, and one of them will open up, and he will easily be the next candidate. If you don't want, because I think it's stupid to ruin your legacy like that. Like you're in the conversation for a great
take a while.
Spain, I don't think so. I don't see that. De La Fuente is 65. He's not going to want to stay as a coach for like the next 10 years. He probably will manage the Euros and he'll be done. And then Pep can easily take over from there. He can be the coach for the next
2 years from now.
Maybe. Yeah, so for 2 years, take a sabbatical. What's the issue? Well, he doesn't need to coach immediately. Like that's the perk of being Pep.
He's not exactly struggling for money, bro.
Exactly. That's the perk of being Pep. You're so comfortable where you are right now because you're already at the top and at there. Because it's not like Mourinho. Mourinho was desperate because his last role ended badly with Chelsea.
So maybe he wants to still build his legacy. I understand he is a top manager. Nobody's saying he's not a top manager, but 3 year sabbatical is also a long time. I mean,
I think the Barca job or the Spanish job will open up before 2 years. Because if Hansi Flick doesn't win a Champions League next season, I think he's gone. So I do think they will open up something before.
What I want to know is what's so
they
bad
just
about
renewed
the
him. What do you mean? They're boss,
that
bro.
doesn't mean they cannot sack him.
Good
So what if they renewed him?
What I want to know is what the hell's so bad about the Italian job? The way Ash just said,
they're all players, bro. They don't know
players.
players.
That's such a
Italians are
decision
just known for pizza right now, bro. What the fuck?
Nah, but I think they need somebody like at the helm, somebody that can take them forward. Do you know what I mean? I know Ali.
They're talking to Andrea Pirlo, so maybe I rate Andrea Pirlo. I don't rate him as a manager because I don't know how he is, but as a player, I think he does have very high footballing IQ. Maybe he could, translate that and on the pitch and tactically. Because normally midfielders like that usually thrive, as a manager.
Yeah, I mean maybe, and obviously we know there's two confirmed, or one of them's confirmed. One of them is basically going to be confirmed. Zinedine Zidane going to be the new France manager.
Yeah,
and
that is clear.
And you've got Jurgen Klopp taking over Germany. Which is going to be interesting. Like the next
Euro is going to be
mad. Mad, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because Jurgen Klopp at the helm for Germany, which I think that is like the perfect move for him. Like,
Germany needs a rebuild.
Pick his players, pick the ones that he thinks are specific to his system, that rock and roll football. Do you know what I mean? He now gets his pick. Do you know what I mean? Now, obviously, his in the past, obviously his eye for football, his eye test has been a bit shaky and a bit peak. But let's just hope, do you know what I mean, that he has a team. Oh, why has Souls just joined? Let's just hope that he has a team with him.
Hey, big up.
Right in time, so he can
this
talk
guy
about
just pops up out of nowhere, just late, bro. By the way, like a fraud. But anyway,
an hour.
Allah, 1 hour late, bro.
Wait, why? Wait, hold on. Why Souls just joined? Why Souls? There's a reason why Souls has joined. Souls has joined just to kind of announce to everyone, because obviously I just want to make it clear to everyone watching, because obviously I had a few private conversations on some public groups. I actually came out and said verbally, this was not after the final or whatever. I came out and said before the final, a day before the final, that I would actually, and this is despite Ashraf saying that I would never say it and I'm deluded and all this, I actually came out and said, regardless of the performance and who plays well, I would say Messi's the greatest player of all time if he beats Ronaldo. If he beat Spain and won the World Cup, regardless of his performance, right? Which obviously matters a lot. So I actually gave him the opportunity to end the debate yesterday. I gave him the opportunity to turn up, to play a game of football. You have the No, let me speak. You have the McAllisters.
I didn't cut you off. I didn't cut you off. It was just funny. That's all.
You have the McAllisters, the Enzo Fernandez, the Alvarez, £150 million player, the Messis. You have the top quality players. But ultimately, guys, this is what I've been saying since the start. Take Messi out of the Argentina team. I despise that team to the core, because I just feel like they're scumbags. They play to fight. They play to beat people down. They play to kick you down. And guys, what have you been taught in school when it comes to aggression and physical abuse? You've been taught that when you can't match people technically, whether it's verbally or anything, when you can't match people technically, what's the only thing you can do to try and beat them is using your physical strength. And that's what Argentina should never have been. And that's the thing that upset me the most yesterday. It wasn't the fact that Spain won. It was the fact that Argentina should have never been there to begin with. And this is my point as to why I'm upset with England, why I'm upset with
Wait, why do you think they were there then, Souls?
No. I'm telling you why. I'm about to tell you who I'm upset with as to why they're there. I'm upset with England. I'm upset with Portugal for not winning their group. I'm upset with a few teams for allowing these scumbags to play teams like Switzerland, Egypt, and Algeria and Jordan and all these Cape Verde and all these crap nations that Argentina stat padded against. I'm not naming individuals, but you can name Messi if you like. But these teams that Argentina stat padded against, right? Enzo Fernandez doing his stupid little ear celebration. Where was the celebration yesterday? He was crying on his way home, like the little bitch that he is. And Argentina are the most scum. I've been an Arsenal fan for years, for all my life. I've never, ever hated an Arsenal rival as much as I hate the nation of Argentina. Every single thing about them, their manager, their players, their everyone, even Messi, the scumbag, for you to come out and when you look at Messi, the bitch that he is, he had to come out and start going, referee, Cucurella's holding his mouth. Oh, what? You can't beat them on the pitch. That's how you want to win the game. You want to win the game by getting people sent off for holding their mouths. Oh,
because they had one man sent off.
That's the game you're playing, Messi. That's what happens when you get schooled like a little boy that you are. That's what you do. You're a scum. You are a bitch in a World Cup final. You're sitting there and your best move is to complain to the referee about a player.
But
holding his
Ronaldo
mouth.
was throwing tantrums like a bitch as well.
We're not talking about Ronaldo now. Forget Ronaldo. You've laughed at Ronaldo. Ronaldo's home. Ronaldo's home now. You know, Ronaldo's home.
Sami does come up with nice
You've laughed at
ones,
Ronaldo. You've laughed at Ronaldo. Now let me have my time, because you've laughed at Ronaldo. You said what you want to say. Now let me speak. Messi yesterday proved, alongside Paredes, I don't even want to say what I want to say about some of those Argentinian players. That's not Messi. I can't say on YouTube, but genuinely, anybody who watches football, and forget football, any fan of humanity will never ever respect any of those Argentinian players as footballers, as players, as humans, as anything. Why? Because they show that they have no respect for the sport. And as everyone said, look, guys, look, I'm in Dubai, yeah, and I swear to you, I watched the game yesterday outside. I wasn't in my home, I was outside, and it's very funny to me how everybody was supporting Spain. It felt like everybody outside of Argentina and Argentinian fans were supporting Spain, not because of Yamal or because genuinely they respect the sport of football. You know what I mean? And Argentina, look, they got their medicine. Now, for me, as I said, Messi yesterday, in my opinion, lost the debate. But Ronaldo is now confirmed the greatest player of all time. And Messi now has he won't make the next World Cup because it's done.
Wait, hold on.
No, let me land.
Souls,
no, let me finish.
Has Ronaldo got a World Cup then? So
let me land.
He does. Cristiano won a World Cup. What do you mean?
Let me land.
He's got two World Cups, bro.
Let me land.
What's wrong with you?
Twice.
And Euros.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
So Ronaldo's
sorry,
now for me the greatest player of all time. He's confirmed yesterday. Confirmed it, and I'm sure Ronaldo. If you look, if you are listening, Ronaldo,
zero GA in the knockout stages.
Let me land. Can I land, please? If Ronaldo, you should be very proud of yourself, Ronaldo.
Why isn't your camera on, by the way, bro?
Because, no, because I'm on my phone. I can come on the camera in a few minutes. Don't worry, it's fine. But let me land my point though. Don't try and divert. So I've listened to you guys carefully. I could have joined at the start of the stream, but it would have turned into a shouting match. So let you guys get everything out. Get everything out. All three of you are sitting there sucking each other off.
We didn't even speak about Cristiano Ronaldo when you were
No, you don't need to. I didn't mention Ronaldo. You're bringing up Ronaldo now. So I have to reply about Ronaldo. So anyway, forget Ronaldo now. What I'm saying to you is I let you guys sit there sucking each other off, talking about Messi and all this. It's fine. So it's okay. You don't love hearing people that agree with each other. Humans love talking to people that agree with them. That's what humans love. That's why Sad loves Sami and Ash, because they just couldn't agree with each other and just suck each other. Oh yeah, oh Messi. Messi failed yesterday.
So the people love you then?
Performance. He should be criticized for his performance, because the problem is nobody's actually. I haven't heard any of these three criticize Messi for his performance on an individual level as a singular game. Ashraf, before he opens his mouth to criticize Messi, he starts the conversation off with, despite him being the GOAT and despite him being this, he criticizes without even the ability to say something bad about him, without adding something good into the conversation in the same sentence. That is
because he's the greatest of all time. That's why.
Exactly. But okay,
but we praise Spain and we praise Spain and how they schooled Argentina. What do you mean?
We shouldn't have done that, guy. We should have shot on Spain.
Big up Spain. But when you're talking about Messi in an individual game, you can praise Messi and
we said that he got nullified
and leave that conversation. Yesterday, I wanted to hear some unbiased takes of some people saying,
biased.
No, I'm biased, and you saying, you know what, forget Messi's career, and yes, he had a great career, whatever. We're not talking about their careers now. We're talking about Messi in yesterday's final. Saad wanted to debrief the final. In the final,
we said he got nullified. What else do you want to say?
We literally spoke about it, but you didn't hear it. You were away. You didn't hear it.
Stop. You can criticize Messi's performance without adding the fact that he's the GOAT, in your opinion. Forget all that. Messi.
No, we didn't. We said he was nullified by Spain, but you didn't hear it because you were away.
I heard that bit. I heard you saying he was nullified.
You didn't.
No,
otherwise you wouldn't say that.
I heard you saying it.
Listen, guys.
Anyway, let me land. No, Sad, let me land my point.
Bro, I don't care, Souls. I'm not trying to have the whole Messi and bro, the Messi and Ronaldo thing is dragged out, bro.
You only care about people that agree with you. That's the problem.
It is, honestly. It's
Messi
debate is no-brainer.
I'm going to land my point, and then we'll stay quiet, and I'm going to love you guys after, and we'll talk about Arsenal. That's fine. Let me just land my point, because I want to give my summary. Big up to Spain. Genuinely, big up Lamine Yamal, the Moroccan blood. I was watching his interviews with his grandma yesterday. Obviously, if anyone discredits Yamal's Moroccan heritage, go and listen to his grandma speak about him. The guy has loved Morocco all his life. There's actually a video of him supporting Morocco over Spain. He's true-blooded Moroccan guy. Forget the fact that he plays for Spain. He is part of us. He's one of us. I'm so happy for him, and I hope he does win the Ballon d'Or. By the way, even though I personally don't think he deserves it, but and what I mean by deserves it, as in like he doesn't deserve it, as in like he's done something incredible for the season. But if you're talking about who deserves it the most out of everyone, I feel like giving it to Yamal is the only fair way of doing it, because he's won the league for Barca, had a good season for Barca, despite he was out for a few games for Barca, had a few injuries last season. But when he was playing, he was very instrumental in their league win. And he's obviously won the World Cup. And yeah, even though he didn't play well, I think he had a very average tournament at best. Even yesterday in the final, I don't think he was that good at all. He was nullified a lot. He beat Tagliafico a few times, but he was struggling. You can tell he's not fit.
If Fabian Ruiz had PR, he would have won it easily.
Yeah. And but I still believe he won the World Cup. He won.
Fabian Ruiz doesn't deserve it though.
No, Fabian doesn't deserve it. I feel like Yamal deserves it.
He won the league, he won the Champions League, and the World Cup.
Because it's not a trophy for who wins the most trophies. It's a trophy for the best player. Fabian Ruiz was not the best player in his club. He was not the best player in his team. Why would he win?
Yeah. And Yamal, I would give it to Yamal only for his majority for his Barca season, plus him winning a World Cup. Big up I said it yesterday to Ash on the group. I said Rodri's going to win it even before he was announced, and he did win it. I feel like Rodri, genuinely, guys, yeah, he is an absolute beast. Like, yes, he was injured a lot for City last season, but bro, this guy, I wasn't ever scared of Argentina doing anything, because bro, Rodri is just so big in the middle. You can't get past him. He'll bother you. He's so comfortable. You try and press him with two players, he'll get the ball out. Big up Spain. I believe Spain, genuinely. And I'm not a big fan of Spain. They've got majority of Barca players. I don't like the majority of their players. Koora, Kubasi, all these guys. I can't stand them, because I'm not a big fan of Barca as a team.
Playing for Madrid.
He's a Madrid player, by the way.
No, I know, but obviously he's a scumbag. So I'm going to be honest. I don't like Koora, but no one here likes him as well. So let's not try that. I'm never going to forget his battles of Saka and kicking him down and trying to injure him. Bunker Korea. Anyway, but do you know why I still respect Spain? Because they deserve to win the competition. They deserve it. They beat Portugal. They beat France. They beat Argentina. They played the top. They played the best. As Sami said, they played the favourites. Everyone knew France were the favourites. They beat France fair and square. They deserve that. And guys, I want to tell everyone one thing. It was so close to an Argentina win. You know, if that game went to penalties, I sincerely believe, and even Ash said it, bro, Spain would have been in big trouble. Big trouble, because in a penalty shootout, Martinez is one of the best penalty-saving keepers in the world. After him and Bono and some others, bro, they could have easily scammed the win. And I'm telling you,
Can I ask you a question?
If Argentina would have won a penalty shootout, everybody on this stream right now, Sad, Ash, and Sami, would come out here celebrating and would say, oh, they did what they needed to do. Spain couldn't score, blah, blah. But remember,
I couldn't
guys,
care less.
No, of course, but but you go on a YouTube show to care. You go on a YouTube show to give your opinion.
No, I don't. No, but we said you want me to glaze any team. I'm not glazing neither Spain or Argentina. Whoever.
No, but Spain deserves Spain played
win.
well.
100%.
What's your question? Is Ash asking?
No, my question. My question was, you said they were close to win, and you obviously mentioned that. Oh, if Argentina win it, then I would admit that Messi is the greatest of all time.
Yes.
So if what if Argentina won by penalties? What if somehow Ferran Torres doesn't score that goal and it goes to penalties and Argentina won by penalties?
I clarified this question at the start of my statement. I said, regardless of Messi's performance, because of the fact that he has a lot of goals and he's played the majority of the games.
And
even though,
even
though, as I said, anyone can contextualize anything. If you sit there and really look at the intricate details, Yamal didn't play well. A lot of players had off kick. But regardless, he's got what, 8 goals. He's got 8 goals. I'll be real. As an England fan, last 20 minutes of the England game after England went 1-0 up, he was a demon. He was hard to stop those crosses.
So my question, that wasn't my question. My question was,
I still would have said it. Yeah.
So that's not my question. By the way, someone's phone is buzzing. I don't know someone's phone is buzzing. So my question, Souls, I don't even know if he can hear us anymore because he's muted.
I can hear you.
Yeah. My question is, so the only thing that changes your mind from him being the greatest or not is if Ferran Torres missed. That would have changed
No.
your whole narrative.
No, not really.
Even though nothing would have changed with Messi himself. But let's say if Ferran Torres skied it accidentally, which is possible, he's done it before, and it went to penalties, and as you said, Martinez came up clutch and they won, that would have changed your opinion on Messi.
No. As I said, when you look at your debate when it comes to Ronaldo Messi, there is a lot of factors that come into play. I don't look at specific metrics. I look at a combination. My argument as to why Ronaldo is better than Messi, and I've listed them to you, your only backdoor to defend Messi is he's played less games, which again for me is a falsified argument. So that's why I'm always beating you in these Messi.
Oh wait, how is it a falsified argument? Can you just explain to the public? Guys,
anyway,
once again, Souls. Guys in the audience, please pay attention. Souls is going to explain to you why Messi.
Fine.
Yes, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Bro, I know I don't want to get into Messi Ronaldo, but I'll tell you quickly what it is, and you don't have to respond because I've said it to you a million times. Ronaldo, in my opinion, Messi, before he left Barcelona to go to the MLS, he had European quality. He was still able to play in the league. He was still able to play in Europe. He was still one of the best players in the world and could still go to any club. He chose to leave the top flight European football and go to the MLS. And your only argument to that is he's completed football. Even though he's completed football, he hadn't completed his individual record against Ronaldo. He could have went to...
What do you mean?
He could have stayed... I mean that on a club level, Messi could still have stayed in Europe to complete his records over Ronaldo because there's still.
Why should he? Wait. Why should he? Why would he? Why? If he doesn't care,
have to do it. No. He doesn't.
If he doesn't care about it, why should he do it?
But Messi's not stupid. Someone in Messi's camp would have said to Messi, "You have two options here, bro. You can leave now, and you're right. You've won everything. You can leave now and go to the MLS and live your life and have a cocktail, or you can stay in Europe, which you're good enough to do, right? And you've got enough money, so it's not a money issue. You can stay in Europe and maybe win one or two more Champions Leagues, and then you've cemented the debate because you are the greatest ever player in the greatest ever competition. And Ronaldo's not there.
Okay,
yet,
I can flip the same thing on you. I can say, Cristiano Ronaldo, don't retire from international football because right now Messi has clearly won the debate because you have no World Cups and you have no knockout goals in the World Cup as well, except for a penalty you just scored now in this World Cup.
So
don't retire. Keep playing in the World Cup until you win the World Cup. Should Cristiano Ronaldo do that?
There's one difference though. See, I can rebuttal that in one sentence. The difference is Ronaldo. If Ronaldo does that, Ronaldo would be deluded because Ronaldo is not good enough to play in the World Cup anymore. Ronaldo's finished. That's it.
Fine.
Messi.
No, wait. You're right.
To the MLS,
so why didn't he do it?
MLS
Okay. Souls. So why didn't Cristiano win the World Cup 4 years ago, or the 4 years before that, or the 4 years before that?
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because he failed in those competitions.
Exactly. So that means by your logic, he's not better than Messi because he failed to do it at the peak of his powers.
No, because I've said this again a million times.
How come when they went up against each other? How come when they go up against each other? Just like how Yamal kicks Mbappe's ass every time they play against each other, how come Messi most of the time kicks his ass?
Listen, head-to-head records, again, that's one of Messi's advantages over Ronaldo. And when you guys have your arguments, when you debate it, you use that as an argument. Fair. What I'm saying to you is that when you look at Ronaldo in his career...
I'm just saying, bro, wallahi, out of love. You're using 2 or 3 points for Cristiano. Sorry. You're right. My bad.
Can we move on to Arsenal, man? I'm sick and tired of this Messi Ronaldo debate, bro. Fuck this, bro. I want to line.
Guys, wallahi, I was going to say this and I was going to leave.
You don't care now.
No, wallahi, I was going to say this and I'm
moving on.
And then Souls can have... Souls can have the last say because I know he wants to have the last say. It's fine.
That's fine.
I was just gonna say.
I've got stuff to
Notice how you have 2-3 points for Cristiano Ronaldo, and there's 20 points for Messi. But anyways,
bro, let me just land the point. I just want to say this last thing.
You've been landing for the past 40 minutes, bro.
For me, Ronaldo. For me,
and then you cry to me in group chat.
Why we're not gonna agree is because even as by name, and.
So now when I remove him, he's going to sit here crying and then telling me, why are you removing me?
No.
Bro, you don't shut up, bro. If I'm telling you I'm on my channel, I'm telling you to shush, bro. Shush.
No, we need it for the Arsenal section,
bro. We're moving on to Arsenal. Because I've had enough.
Am I going to land my point?
No, you're not going to land nothing.
Okay, that's fine. Because guys, remember, and when the truth hurts, it hurts people inside their hearts. They
oh my God, you're waffling.
You're
waffling.
You can't comprehend facts.
Right now, bro.
That's why your hairline's bent. That's why your hairline's bent.
So you sound
You can't comprehend facts. You think your hairline?
No, guys. One
Big
sec.
up to
One
Cali.
sec. Oh, big up
no,
Cali
I
for the super chat. Big up Cali.
Big up Cali for the super chat. Who says, "Sard, can we bring up what Norway did? Totally class. Yeah, it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Yeah, they were the dark
What a player
horses of
Erling-
the tournament.
What a player.
Oh,
Erling
you mean in
Haaland
terms
is,
of reaching the quarterfinals?
What a-
Yeah.
What a player Erling Haaland is. Absolute legend, and he's already cemented himself in greatness with this World Cup because he scored 7 goals. Do you know what I mean? He's total tallies of like people who've been in the World Cup for years and had like 2 or 3 competitions. So big up to Norway. Listen, guys,
am I
we need
gonna
to
land
get
or
to
what?
Arsenal.
Souls.
We need to get to Arsenal.
Look. Since this is a YouTube show for the public, guys, quickly, no waste time. Put 1 in the chat if you want Souls to continue. Put 2 if you want us to move on. Because we are catering to the audience. Come on, guys, quickly.
This is mad.
Just quickly, guys. Put 2 in the chat if you don't want him to finish. Put 1 in the chat if you want him to just land his last point.
But why are we doing that though? Why are we doing that?
Because it's for the audience, Souls. We're not doing a show for ourselves.
Okay,
bro.
then
We're
it's
not
fine. Then it's fine.
amongst each other.
Let's move on.
Alhamdulillah, too.
Why is Sami?
They got Sami, by the way. We got
Yeah,
Sami.
but you know, I was gonna say Sami don't. I was gonna say Sami don't.
Because
know
I'm
ball,
part
but
of the
then-
audience
listen,
now,
listen,
bro.
I was-
No,
I was-
Kev, I'm not gonna continue. Even if Soul says something, I'm gonna be quiet. So
No,
I'm
I
not
was about to
responding.
say Sami don't know ball. But by the way, I quizzed Sami on a very important Arsenal quiz, and he did a strong job.
He did
alongside
really
Ash,
well.
so. But
Yeah.
Sad, big up Sad, because Sad was pulling out the greatest answers.
And
Bro,
certain,
hey,
certain
Ashraf,
bitches
you
on this panel, certain bitches on this panel said, "I'm not even gonna ask Sard because I guarantee he didn't answer. He only answered like 10% of the questions." Shut
Bro,
up, man.
Aye, Ashraf, Sad got.
Wow.
Let's go. Change the topic,
Ashraf,
guys. They
Sad
said
got
too. The
Bob.
audience has spoken. Ah,
Wait,
yes,
Sad,
Souls.
Ash, Sad got Bob Primrose Wilson right. He knew which old school legend had the middle name Primrose.
Yeah, but I said that too. I answered that as well.
No, but you guessed though. Sad didn't guess.
Yeah, I guessed it because that's the only name I recognized. I didn't recognize the other names. But yeah, fair. Yalla, let's go. Yes, more. Yes, Ali. We'll talk about Rodgers.
Yeah, that's next.
Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea.
You said fuck you.
No, thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Chelsea, for saving us from that bum left winger. I've been saying it, and you can ask these guys. It's not reactionary. Ask Saad, Sami, and Solzel vouch. I've never wanted him as a left winger. Such a terrible signing. The guy completes an average of 1.1 or 1.2 dribbles a game. So freaking average. Yeah, exactly, Ali. You can ask them. Allah, I've been saying it for ages. I cannot believe we were trying to sign this absolute bum to play him as a left winger. I cannot believe we were trying to go into next season having Solis and Rodgers as a left wing options. I cannot believe that is an actual. I cannot believe that is a downgrade on the actual current left wingers we have now. Imagine.
To be
That's
honest,
how bad it is.
To be honest, this
Big up
shows
Chelsea.
Justin,
Thank you for
this
taking that
section,
bomb.
This section is going to be a lot more calmer because I think I completely agree. I think the only one who doesn't agree is Sad, but Ashraf will bring the stats. Ashraf will bring the stats as to why we didn't need Rodgers, and I respect those stats. Me, I'm not as clued up when it comes to the stats, but what I can tell you is on a basic football level, everyone knows that Arsenal's biggest problem last season is that we don't have an explosive touchline left winger. And when you look at Rodgers, he lacks the simple metrics that you need an explosive winger to have, which is that he's not very agile, he's not very fast, he's not very explosive, and ultimately, he's not a good one-on-one dribbler. Yes, he's got the technical aspect, and he's very technically gifted, and he's strong, but he's one of those power midfielders that will get past the man, body him with strength, and a ball carrier. And that is not what Arsenal need on the left. And I'm telling you guys, I swear to you, if we would have signed Rodgers, Solis would have started the majority of the games. I'm telling you, because Arteta will very quickly realize that Rodgers is not a touchline winger and it's not what we need. And I'm telling you, Rodgers will end up playing in the 10. Arteta will realize this. And maybe this is Arteta's plan all along, to have someone who can play 10, left, right, whatever.
And we have like 3 10s, bro. We have Ethan,
117
Eze,
million,
and Odegaard.
Absolutely, yeah, but 117 million, absolutely comical. I wouldn't have paid anywhere near that amount. The max I would have paid for him was 90 million. After what Saad said, like before it broke, I was warming to him a little bit. But still, he was not my first choice. It probably wasn't even my second choice. But I'm happy that he's gone to Chelsea. It's a good signing for Chelsea. I don't think he's a bad player, by the way. If Chelsea play him in the 10, they've got one of the best 10s in the league.
They will, because Xabi Alonso plays 2 10s, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So he will. They have Palmer on the right 10. They will fit him. They will fit
for Chelsea. He'll be one of the best 10s in the league, and I rate Rodgers highly. But he's not Arsenal. He's not the profile Arsenal need. And yeah, that's my take on Rodgers. But then you guys can go.
Guys, I genuinely feel they'll play him on the left. Actually, I think they'll play Estevao on the right.
No.
First of all, I don't think Xabi Alonso will necessarily play. Bro, you're saying that, but he didn't do that He didn't do that with Madrid, Sami. Don't count Leverkusen. Leverkusen is a bum team. Like, they were not that great of a team.
Believe me, he will do it, bro.
When he goes to a big team, I really doubt he's going to play a back five the whole time. I'm telling you. And even with Leverkusen, he used to play at 3-4-3s, and the left player used to still play on the left a lot more like a touchline winger, not touchline winger, but more on the left side. I generally think Wirtz used to play both sides, but I don't think he plays that style. I think he plays with a back four, and if he does that, I think he will move Rodgers to the left. He's going to play Estevao on the right. He's going to play Cole Palmer in the middle, and then probably Caicedo and I don't know.
By the way, they bought him as a winger. By the way, they bought.
I'm pretty sure
when they said that they got the here we go. Even I think in David Ornstein, I can go back and read the thing. I think in his article it says he's bought in as a new like left-sided player. They didn't bring him in as like somebody to just solely
left 10,
yeah, but he's going to be a left-sided player. Do you know what I mean? So playing off the left wing, and listen, man. To be honest, I think everybody else here is all right with it. And listen, I'm all right with it because it is where it is. Do you know what I mean? I wanted the player. I did want him to come at a price, and I think this is where me and Sami are going to get into it.
But Sad, why did you want him to come as a winger? Why do you think he was good enough to be our winger?
I've already explained this. I'm not going to go over all of my points again. I'm not going to, please. I don't want to have to.
No, not go over them, but genuinely, I'm just trying to understand also, what was your point.
And also, don't say flip-flop, because how am I flip-flop, bro? I'm actively upset that we lost out on the player and got hijacked by Chelsea. But regardless, we move on, because you can't sit here and just dwell on fucking... That's not the only player that we're after. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Sami,
I think we scammed the hell out of Chelsea. We raised this price. Chelsea ended up paying stupid money. This is such a win for me.
So according to Hand of Arsenal, it was actually, we was told that the deal could be done around 90 million, but I think Villa changed their valuation after the Elliot Anderson transfer.
Exactly, which I was telling Sad. You have to benchmark.
Which I think is comical, by the way, because he's not worth 120 million. Just like Elliot Anderson isn't worth what he was getting paid either. But listen, at 90 million, I probably would have taken him as a punt, maybe as a second option. But listen, man, I'll let you go, Sami. Go on.
Yeah, I told Saad that, look, you're not going to sign him for 90. And Saad, you know what? I'm going to pull out the video
Saad,
of the last
Saad doesn't
show.
know anything. Saad said that we can get Bruno Guimaraes at 65 million if you request the transfer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And we're not getting him anywhere near that.
Yes, and Newcastle are holding on to 80 to 85 million. And you're not going to get him until you pay the 80 or 85 million. Same with the Rodgers. You're not going to get him until you pay the 117 or 20, whatever they paid. And I told you this. You said, no, the player could push and this.
Hold on, guys.
Said you're not going to do it.
Just because the team was stupid enough to pay that valuation doesn't mean you guys were right. Because
at a certain point, you'll have to pay.
The fact that Aston Villa came out and said to them 80 to 100 million proves that I was right, because that's originally what they valued the player at. That is what they valued the player at. The player is valued at 80.
But they saw players leaving for 100
that is what I would pay for the player.
No, Sad. Villa valued him at that. Chelsea paid Villa's asking price. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Chelsea paid Villa's valuation. Chelsea didn't value him at 170 million. They just paid what Villa were asking for.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. They paid, bro. They paid them the price that they just said. They said to them, we want him for above Elliot Anderson. But in football, that never happens, bro. If you want me to go and bring out again the Isak transfer and tell you guys, if Liverpool paid what Newcastle said from the start, then that would be astronomical. numbers. But where did how
They did
much
pay.
did they get? How much? No, they didn't. How much did they get him
They
for?
paid 125 million.
125. Yeah.
And what was the price at the start that they were saying?
150.
There's always gonna be a reduction in the price.
Yeah, but hold on.
Chelsea
Aston Villa said
went
130.
out there and said
Aston Villa said 130. Aston Villa said 130. By the way, just to let you know.
What do you mean?
Aston Villa asked. Yeah, they valued Rodgers
David
for
Ornstein
130
has come
million.
out and said, and all of these guys have come out and said, Aston Villa specifically asked after the whole Elliot Anderson thing, they said we need it to be above what Anderson was.
No, they said 130
And literally,
million.
they done it above what Anderson was by 1 million.
1
2 million.
130. That's the price they slapped on his back.
And
But
who said this?
you know, all the news outlets. I mean, if you read across the whole negotiation between Arsenal and Aston Villa, it was 130 million, and Arsenal were not going to pay anything near that number. However, Chelsea got close enough, like 117. Okay, they're 13 million off.
And that's a
You know what?
stupid. That's
I'm-
a
we're
stupid
gonna-
offer. That's a
What do you mean
stupid
stupid
offer. Like I said, that was a stupid offer.
Relative to who?
You will always no relative to what the player's worth. What the player's
I
worth,
agree.
whatever the player's
100% I
worth
agree.
is what he should be bought for. Not
Doesn't matter.
what
The club
these
is
man
rating
want.
him at that value. Then you have to pay that value. Otherwise, you're not going to get the player because they've seen the market. It's completely inflated, right? And there's the English tax on top of it, and they value that Rodgers is a better player than Anderson in respect to Anderson because at least Rodgers won them the Europa League. At least Rodgers got them to a Champions League qualification. What did Anderson do to deserve 160 million?
I mean, not necessarily did he do anything that big.
Exactly. So,
But
from
he's-
Aston Villa perspective, Rodgers is more valuable, more influential player. So, i.e., he's gonna cost you more than Anderson. Simple.
Listen, in my opinion, I valued him at 80 to 100. The clubs agreed that it was 80 to 100.
Yeah, the club was gonna pay 90 to 100. Yes.
We dragged our feet, frankly, which left us in this position. If we had gotten this deal wrapped up within June, it would have been calm now, and we would have a Morgan Rodgers. Obviously, to Ash's despair, we would have had Morgan Rodgers at the club, and he would have been our left winger. To Ash's despair, but listen, it is what it is. The deal is gone now. Bruno Gomes, listen, I can still see that deal happening, and I don't think it's going to happen for the 80 or 85 million that they're asking for. I do feel like it's going to be less than that. Maybe within that 70 million mark, maybe, which is above what I thought that he would go for. So I am wrong there. I thought he'd go for the 65, but obviously it's gone to the 70 million. Is what I think that deal will come down to.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is what it is. But
I wouldn't be surprised if we end up having a very underwhelming window, by the way, guys. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get Solis and one decent, like maybe Bruno, and that's it. I genuinely feel like it might be heading that way.
But
actually, I don't.
So underwhelming.
I don't. Sorry.
Yeah, you know what?
They've pivoted to other targets. So
Yeah, but
Yeah,
bro,
I'm
you're
hearing
saying pivot,
Diamande.
bro,
What is
bro,
on the
no,
targets?
sorry, no, you're saying pivot. but there's not a lot
one of the
targets.
targets is Diamande,
No, we're not getting
and the other
Diamande.
target is
I don't think we're getting
is
Diamande.
Barcola.
We're not, and I don't think we're getting Barcola either. Listen,
Barcola, I
look,
think
obviously-
is possible, but only if.
It's-
I think
if-
Barcola is possible.
Well,
No,
Diamande,
it's possible, Ash, it's possible,
they're
Ash, but-
calling the deal off apparently.
No, bro, it's possible, Ash, but I just feel like again and again, this is what I said to Sad last time, and he was arguing with me about it. Because Sad's always trying to argue everyone's points, but bro, Arsenal's transfer strategy is always the same. It's always we're trying to get the player for cheap. It's like Arsenal are like that rich guy that's so tight with his money that like he would like instead of paying
Stingy.
£10, he wants to pay instead of paying £10, he wants to pay £9.50. That's Arsenal. They've got the money, but they just love to lowball and try and get good deals and try and get this. Bro, just pay the bucks for the players you need, bro. Like we're trying to retain the title here. Bro, Chelsea are not going to be easy. City are not going to be easy. Trust me. even United, even Liverpool, bro, teams are going to come out. We need to sign a left winger. Guys, I want everyone to remember, and this is the part I'm going to agree with Ashon and Sad and even Sammy. Don't forget, even though Arsenal are Premier League champions, we were horrible going forward last
Yeah.
season. Don't forget that.
And City is going to be a lot stronger for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. City finished the season on more goals than us. They scored more goals than us in the season. They have a better attack than us, and they had Rodri out for half the season, right? So, guys, please, Arsenal, we need. I don't want to go into games like last season where we're clutching at straws, playing Burnley, having to rely on Odegaard to try and do something to score a goal. We lack creativity going forward. We lack goals going forward. I don't care if you get I don't care if you get Alvarez. I don't care if it's Diamande. I don't care if it's Barcola. Give us the star that's ready, that's proven, that's going to come in and change our lives. It's not, and unfortunately, it's not Solis. It's not. Solis is a good player. Inshallah, he does well. I'm not going to hate on the guy, but from what Ash has seen and he's broken it down and whatever, he's not going to be that star winger that's gonna come in and get 20 GA in the league. He just isn't, right? So let's but guys, honestly now, right? Let's remove Diamande because I think that's very unrealistic. Outside of Barcola, who is an actual upgrade? And don't give me guys that we're not linked with, like Mika Rott. I know we're linked to him like wherever in distance, but from players that we're actively linked with, who can we actually get that is a clear upgrade on Trossard and Martinelli?
Diomande or
Vinicius
Barcola.
Jr.
No, but Ash, I said realistic, bro.
The funny thing is, we say it's not
Vinicius Jr.
realistic,
may
but
be realistic.
he's having an issue with Madrid where they're not willing to give him
The
his contract,
yeah.
and they basically
Yeah, but
said
even then,
if he
why would
doesn't
he go
sign
to
the contract,
Arsenal?
he's leaving.
Why not?
I'll tell you this. I agree.
Why would
I
he
agree.
not?
Even if he does leave, I agree he won't join Arsenal. I completely agree with that.
Why? But why would he not?
Because we're not that attractive of a club compared to like a Bayern Munich or compared to a Man City or compared
Agreed.
to
Agreed.
a PSG, for example.
We're champions
if
of
PSG decide
England.
to.
We've just got
We're
That doesn't
champions of
matter,
England,
finals,
bro.
but Vinny
These
Jr.,
players-
Vinny Jr., bro, these players aside, they think about their teammates, their team. Bro, do you think Vinny wants to play alongside Gyökeres and Saka Madueke?
I don't even think it's about that. I think it's also
Bro,
about the fact that he knows he can.
he's playing with the best. Hold on a minute. He's playing with the best defense in world football. No, because what the fuck am I listening to? Two brain dead idiots talking about he won't join it because we're not attractive.
Bro, you're okay.
Are you crazy?
Okay,
We
Sad.
haven't got some of the best players in the world. We've got two of the best centre-backs in the world.
When is the last time you signed
We have one of
such
the
a
best
player?
midfielders in the world in
Sad.
Declan Rice. Why
Why
would you not want to play with us?
Habibi, 1 sec. We all know.
Mad.
We know all this. For 1 second.
I'm not trying to do this copium thing. I'm not even the guy that's trying to gas up my team.
Bro, relax. You are that kind of guy. Take a deep breath and take out your Arsenal hat and think about it from Vinny Jr.'s perspective, not yours as a fan. Yeah. If I am Vinny Jr.'s agent and I'm advising him, do you go to a team where you're like, Vinny Jr., you could go to that team that, yes, just won the league and just reached the Champions League final, but you saw how they played in the Champions League final. You saw the football they played. You know how much their wingers have to track back. You have to run back and forth like a freaking dog. Or do you want to go to a Bayern Munich where you're a guaranteed starter, easily walk the league, you will compete for the Champions League like crazy, you will play beautiful, attractive football with attackers like Harry Kane and Olise on the other side, and players will create for you and you can create for them. Nobody is going to conflict you with your position. You probably don't have to track back. Why would he pick Arsenal? It's if I was an advisor, even as an Arsenal fan, I tell him, you'd be stupid to go to Arsenal. It makes no sense because you're going to a team that doesn't suit your style versus another team that suits your style, will pay you the same salary that Arsenal are offering you and will walk the league, so you will easily be able to walk your Bundesliga and you have a better chance at the Champions League because Bayern obviously will have a better chance at the Champions League, unfortunately. That's the reality. We're not as attractive from an attacking perspective. Barcola is different because Barcola is coming to a team where he's not going to come with that mindset of I can go start in any other team because he cannot. But for Arsenal,
exactly.
it is a big upgrade.
And Barcola is still trying to build his name. And look,
Exactly.
I feel like, I feel like I 100% agree with Ash. But the thing is, Saad says this stuff like me and Ash don't want Vinny to come. Like, wow, bro, we love Vinny to come. You know what I mean? So it's like we're just.
We should try for him anyways.
Like Arsenal, and I agree, we have some of the best centre backs in the world, probably one of the best keepers in the world, like one of the best right backs in the world. We have top class players, but I'm sorry, the club, the stature, the players, for these big name personalities, bro, they always want to play And this is gonna sound this is a very unpopular opinion, Ash, but some of these bigger elite players would prefer to play in easier leagues. Trust me.
Yeah, some of
So
them.
they continue their records. They continue like do you know what I mean? Because these players would rather play in leagues where they can stat pad and score a lot of goals.
But
and
also,
get into
when is the
World Cups.
last time we signed a player of such caliber? I mean, the last
Declan
player I
Rice
remember is
from West Ham?
Ozil.
No,
No.
for
Attacker
Ozil. It
Ozil.
was Ozil.
Ozil.
It was
Sorry.
Ozil.
Aubameyang.
No. It was Ozil for me.
No.
Ozil was
Aubameyang.
the real
Guys,
marquee signing,
Aubameyang
I
was
mean.
considered top 5 strikers in the world. That time his numbers were mental. All the big teams wanted him. Aubameyang was one of them.
I
That's why we got him for
Ozil
60
only,
million
yeah.
at the time, which was a record.
Yeah,
And
anyways,
I don't think
think
we
it doesn't
competed.
happen very often.
I don't think we competed with any other big club for Ozil or Aubameyang, like the clubs that were bigger than us and were in a better position than us at the time. The reality is, man, like, look, I think we can attract big names. Don't get me wrong. I think we should go all out for what's his name, for Vinny Jr. if he's available. But I'm just saying, the reality is, if we compete for him along with PSG and Bayern Munich, for example, I guarantee he picks those other clubs before us. That's just the reality, especially given the way we play. If City come in for him, he probably picks them over us just out of the fact that he could play with Rodri, who's world class and a big attraction, play with Haaland, which is a big attraction. He's obviously close with Haaland. You guys saw the bond they had in the World Cup when they played against each other and stuff like that, and the way they were attacking each other in memes and shit like that. I think he will pick some of these other clubs. If to answer Sol's original question, I do think there are wingers that we can attract and we can seriously attract if we go in for them, like Barcola, like Diomande, obviously Mika Khutz, but he's not as big a name or he's not as renowned of a name. I think there are wingers we can go for, but we just have to, even someone like Iliman Ndiaye, by the way, from Everton. I think if we seriously push for that, maybe he's not the big name that everyone wants.
Nah, bro, I don't want him.
He is an upgrade on Martinelli. What do you mean?
No, he is. He's an upgrade on Martinelli, but he's not what we need.
Yeah. I think he's
because he's from
fantastic,
Senegal.
man. He's not.
I think. Listen, I think Yan Diomande, Barcola, possible targets.
Look,
that
Ali
we're
is
going
shouting
for.
Bayern isn't attractive. The same team that got Olise and Harry Kane and Luis Diaz and all, they're not attractive apparently. Bayern is not attractive. Yeah.
No, but to be honest, Ash, Elise wasn't like. Obviously, he was a big name, but he wasn't like.
Olise was wanted by Chelsea, and they almost agreed,
I know
and he
who he was
snaked
wanted
Chelsea
by.
for Bayern.
I'm
Okay,
not,
so
but I'm
there you
saying
go.
he came from Palace, though.
Yes, but he was wanted by Chelsea. So he had Chelsea. Forget Palace now. He had Chelsea. He had Bayern. He picked Bayern. That tells you all you need to know. He had Chelsea.
What he's
Premier
saying
League,
is he's not
London,
a massive name. He's not like a.
But it's not about the massive name. It's
he
about an
wasn't-
attacker who's free-flowing and had two options. A big Premier League club and stay comfortable in his country where he speaks his language from London, blah, 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 blah. Or go abroad to a foreign country where you don't even speak the language. And he chose the other team, which was clearly the better option just because of the status.
I wish we did get Saibari, though, honestly, because I feel like when Gyökeres is having a stinker, you could play him strike, you could play him left.
I agree, though. I think Saibari would have
like
been a really good option. Left
really
wing and
good
striker,
signing
I think
for
would have
us,
been a
yeah.
very good option, honestly.
But Ash, isn't there an argument to say Saibari is also not as explosive? He's not a very touchline based winger, but then you take.
No, he is explosive. I just think sometimes he's a bit too lazy. Like, I only will accept lazy players defensively.
But you said you like that.
If they're like, if they're like Vinny
if they
or
are very elite level.
But they're not those. He's not that player. Sorry, I like somebody. He's not that player either. He's not someone who will give you like 20, 30 GA in a season. Guaranteed.
Yeah, but listen, I'm gonna be like sad now for the next 10 seconds. Why don't we just go for Mbappe? We're a big enough club for it.
Sure.
Just put it.
Mbappe will not leave, bro. By the way, guys, I was all this we were saying, right? Vinny Jr. is not gonna leave either. By the way, just letting you know.
If we went in for Vinicius Jr. and he actually wanted to leave, I think we'd have a chance to get him.
No, of course we have a chance. Nobody said we don't have a chance. I don't think we get him
exactly.
over a Bayern or over a PSG if they go in for him. I think if Vinny Jr. becomes available tomorrow,
I can understand the point. The point that you're talking about, the attacking team. Okay, I understand that, but then there's also a point of him coming in and being that player who can become the changing factor to the team and lead this team to winning a UCL.
But he can be that in all the other teams as well.
No. But in some of those teams like a Bayern, there's multiple stars there. Do you know what I mean? Like there was at Real Madrid.
But wait,
There's
his issue with
multiple
Madrid,
stars.
isn't that there are two other stars that are as big or bigger than him, with Mbappe and Bellingham. His issue in Madrid is just the contract. If he gets the contract, he wants to stay.
You get that ability to say, you know what? I am the attacking star in this group. I'm the one who's going to take this team to win their first Champions League. Do you know what I mean? And also playing in the English league, which is the hardest league in the world. Bro, do you know what I mean? There's a legacy conversation.
Okay, so then why would he not? Okay, then why would he not pick City over us? City play better attacking football, more attractive football. They have Rodri and they have Haaland.
Because City aren't looking for a left winger.
Two names that we.
Yeah, it's true. No,
City aren't looking for a
If
left winger.
Vinny Jr. becomes available tomorrow, they 100% will look for a winger.
No,
they got Jeremy Doku. This guy's better than Vinicius Jr. What are we talking about?
They'll buy him because he's available, Ash. They'll buy him because he's available, not because they need
That's
him.
my point, guys. If he's available, they will buy him.
Ash, you can't sell the fact that, okay, Arsenal's not as big as, the clubs that you just mentioned. That's fair argument. But also, you can look at it from a point that if you approach him and this is your pitch that you say, hey, listen, you know what? We are building a team that we want to build a dynasty. We want to win the Champions League. And we think that you are, a key element to that project to win the UCL. We want you to be the superstar. You know what? Vinny could have that kind of a diva in him that he wants to be the guy.
Yeah,
at Madrid,
superstar.
Yeah, and he wants to be the guy, in the team, and not second.
That's why I didn't rule it out.
Even if he goes to City, he'd probably be overshadowed by a Haaland, by a Rodri.
Yeah, but that's what, guys. This is why I never said I didn't say it's not possible. I myself said we have to go for him. What I was saying is I don't think he picks us because Saad, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. It felt like Saad was saying we would be the favorites to land him, even though he didn't say those words.
It's gonna be a tough pitch. It's gonna be a tough pitch.
And I don't think we would be the favorites.
I think we've got a good chance to get him. I'm not saying we're the leading favorite.
You gotta convince him.
Any other team.
I just think Vinny's first question will be, who else are you bringing in to play with? Because I don't think this guy wants to play
that's what I'm saying. It's a tough pitch to sell.
Yeah, because Ashraf's right. So you can build a dynasty.
Because you said, hey, he wanted to play with Madueke.
Ashraf's right. You can say you can build a dynasty and whatever. But bro, I'm sorry.
And Kai Havertz and Gyökeres.
Our starting 11, obviously mid and defense, unbelievable. But as Vinny, he cares about his attack and who's going to play with. When he's looking left, looking right, bro, does he really want to see my backup is Solis, Martinelli? Obviously, he plays with Martinelli. Bro.
No, backup, I don't think he'll give a shit. He'll actually be happy that the backups are garbage. He'll be happy the backups are garbage.
But he wants stars, though. And I'll be honest with you, I know Vinny deep down.
In the starting 11, yes, yeah.
I know deep down Vinny doesn't rate Saka. Vinny don't rate it.
No, I doubt it, bro.
No, he doesn't.
Bro, when he sees Saka and all, they don't act like that. They act like Saka is world class. Don't do that. I think Saka is the only, especially since Vinny Jr. played against him firsthand and saw that guy destroyed them. I think Saka is the only one in our attack that teams outside players, forget teams, that players outside Arsenal respect, and they say, yeah, that is a player we're scared of. That's why you see even Mbappe coming to him and hugging him and all that stuff. Like, bro, when Messi played against England, he went to Dan Burn and all these guys just out of politeness. He was like, oh, yes. He just like gave them a high five after. When he saw Harry Kane, he went and hugged him. Even I guarantee you, Messi never spoke to Harry Kane before, never interacted with him before, but he recognizes that's a household name. When Mbappe saw Saka, he didn't just say, hi, Bukayo. He went and hugged him and stuff like that because these guys
to be honest, even when Messi saw Saka in the Argentina game, he went and was smiling.
Yeah, that's my point, because they don't. Yeah, I know people like Premier League, the rivalry and tribalism kicks in. Yeah, the tribalism and will kick in, and all the Liverpool, Chelsea, City, United fans will be like, Saka's crap. Saka, nobody rates Saka. But the reality is, footballers outside Arsenal do rate Saka as a top quality player. Unfortunately, we don't have any other attacker that's respected in Europe. They look at Gyökeres and Havertz and Martinelli and they're like, bruh, who the hell are these bumps, man? Like, I'm telling you, like, that's why I do agree with Souls. He's gonna come and see Saka. He's gonna say, who am I playing for? Who am I creating for?
Ashraf just summarized the entire reason to Saad's question, which is that we don't have a single respected attacker in Europe, and that's just the truth. And that's the reason why we'll never get it. And then but if we do, for example, here's how we can get Vinny. We sign Alvarez this summer.
Ooh!
And then we sign, like, for example,
and we sell Martinelli.
Yeah, we sell Martinelli and we sign like a Barcola. If we sign Barcola and Alvarez, next summer we can get Vinny.
Maybe.
There's guys to look about to. Alvarez,
Guys,
Saka.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, guys. Honestly, even if we don't sign Alvarez, I'm okay with it. If let's say we sign Vinny, because guess what? We have a potential Ballon d'Or winner in Moreno who could play up top. Listen, hey. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Obviously, I don't want him as a starting striker. So obviously, jokes aside, but some of the finishes this guy has, genuinely, I have seen world-class strikers not be able to finish that way. These are not finishes by fluke. You know the Leicester game he played when he first came off the bench and played as a striker, that first game against Leicester? Wallahi, I saw the two finishes and I was like, bruh, I think it's just lucky. I think he just had a good 20 minutes purple patch. The fact that he's had 10, 20 other finishes after that were elite. And just like Alvarez, he's not quick. He's not explosive in dribbling. He's not someone who does mental things as a striker. Maybe we should. Wallahi, if we don't sign a striker, I want him to be a starting striker next season. Not Gyökeres and not Havertz. Genuinely, I'm 100% serious about this.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Wait. So you pick Gyökeres ahead of him?
Yeah, man, because I think he has more in the bag, I would say.
He has nothing more than Moreno. The only thing Gyökeres has over Moreno is speed. That's it. And even speed, it's not like Gyökeres is like Martinelli. Speed meaning he's just faster than Moreno. That's it. He's got nothing over Moreno in terms of striker ability. He's not a better header of the ball. He doesn't hold the ball better. He's
good off the bench. I mean, I don't know if that counts. He's very good off the bench.
Tell me the attribute that Gyökeres has over Moreno outside speed. Name it.
I would say aggression as well.
Aggression? He gets bullied by left backs.
True. No, but it's true though. Gyökeres is more aggressive, bro. He is. But
guys, he gets bullied by left. When have you seen Moreno get bullied by any defender?
No,
unless he wins a foul.
No, but aggression isn't strength, Ash. There's a difference. Aggression and strength are two different things, bro.
Gyökeres doesn't. Gyökeres has fake aggression. What's the point of you having aggression? What's the point of you having aggression if you fall on the pitch or if you fall down on the grass all the time? If every time you come up against a defender, you get shoved on what's the point of the aggression then? Aggression for me means
aggression only works if you're strong.
Exactly.
I never said he had a good first touch. I didn't say he's a good dribbler. Okay, just calm down.
No. Let's stick by what you said.
I said aggression.
Sami said he has aggression. So for me, what aggression means is if a ball is coming and he's fighting with a centre back, he will shove the centre back. He will shove him.
What I mean, no. I mean shoulder to shoulder with a defender. I think Gyökeres would, out muscle a defender over Moreno. The same
outside
defender,
the Olympiacos one and the Spurs one where he shouldered pushed Archie Gray, who's not even that strong. When did he shoulder push someone else?
I'm just saying, if
he's got bodied by every other defender.
If he's put in that circumstance, I think Gyökeres would win the ball over Moreno with his pace, obviously.
And he has been in that position, and he got barged by different players. Remember when we played Everton and Raya played a long ball to him, and the fullback, not even the centre back, the fullback pushed him.
If you're gonna pick, moments, I would say you remember when Bernardo Silva outmuscled him. I mean, Bernardo the midget.
No, but yes, that's why I don't want Havertz.
Bernardo Silva I could pick moments like that and say, look at this,
But the difference is, Sami, you cannot pick moments for Gyökeres where he outmuscled others more than he's been outmuscled.
That's what I'm saying. Overall, I didn't mention any moments. I'm just saying overall as a player, that's what I think, that he is surpassing Moreno in these kind of attributes. Moreno's a better finisher for me.
Which attribute? So pace, I give you a pace. Aggression, you have not proven that point at all.
I think that
you're just saying things. It's like me saying,
no, this is what I see, bro. This is my eyes.
You know what? I'm gonna test it right now because there's stats to prove it, right? Why am I even arguing? There's literally a stat for that. There's a stat called duels. Right? So if I go search for duels right now, and I'm comparing both of them. So show me Gyökeres. You know what, Sami? If you're right, I'll give it to you and I'll say fair enough. I was wrong, and he's better than me.
I don't know about any stats. I'm just saying this is what my eyes
Wallahi, I don't either. Well, Uqsim Billah, I don't know either. So I'm checking it for the first time. And if you're right, I'll hold my hand up and say
another attribute. I think that he is a better, which is he has more power to the shot. Accuracy, not really.
A power means nothing if you cannot shoot at accuracy, so it's pointless.
I understand that, but I'm not saying that.
Yeah, so last season, Mikel Merino contested 14.8 duels versus Gyökeres' 9.5. So by miles, out of which Merino has won 6.7 versus Gyökeres has only won 3. So Merino is better in duels as well.
Is this in totality of the season or per 90?
Per 90. No, I would never do totality, bro. Per 90.
Per 90. Okay.
So Merino is better at winning
it?
duels as well. Let's check ground duels. Maybe some of these duels are aerial duels, and we know Merino is 10 times better in aerial duels. Nope. Even ground duels, Gyökeres competes for 1.8. Competes for 5.5 per game and wins only 1.8 of them. But by the way, imagine competing for 5.5 ground duels and only winning 1.8. Exactly, 25%. And he's supposed to be physical and strong. Merino competes for 8.7 and wins 4.3. That's 50%. That's 50%. Exactly. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You see how Sami just said, oh, shit. That's when you... Okay, so now...
yeah, that's double, bro. I cannot argue with numbers, bro.
Okay, so alhamdulillah, Sami's a logical person that he's like, I'm not going to argue against numbers. Okay, so pace, Gyökeres. Aggression, Merino. Finishing, do I even need to continue? Merino. Heading, Merino. Passing, Merino. Hold up play, Merino. Positioning, Merino. What is Gyökeres better than Merino at as a striker? Except pace. Literally, that's what I said. Okay, I think there is one thing he's better than him at, which is dribbling. Even though Merino is an underrated dribbler, to be fair. But I'll probably give dribbling to Gyökeres, even though he's not a good dribbler.
I don't see how. Where do you see that?
Oh, my bad. My bad. Gyökeres completes 0.3 dribbles per game. Merino completes 0.4. So both are shit. But Merino has a take-on success rate of 36%. Gyökeres is 19.44%. So even that is not on Gyökeres' side, bro. I'm telling you, there's no comparison, wallah.
Listen, man. I big up to this, bro. What is this, man? Are we sitting having a comparison competition?
Sad, you didn't give me your opinion, Sad. Merino or Gyökeres up top?
The thing is, I need to see another season. I need to see another season of Gyökeres. Because I feel like that second half of the season, he really started to get into his groove a little bit. But yeah, man, I still think in that second half of the season, he started to get into his groove.
100%. If it's a soft deal, I would do it.
Yeah, if there's a swap deal to get rid
you know
of
what it is,
and
me and Ashes don't rate Gyökeres, honestly.
That's mad.
I don't rate him.
Guys, I just don't rate
he's
mid
our top scorer.
I don't care. Top scorer with 14 goals is not good.
Before Ash, by the way, but yeah.
Yeah. Soli saw it way before, but the reality, guys, 14 goals in a Premier League season is nothing to brag about. Giroud was our top scorer one season where he had 16 Premier League goals. That's nothing great. And we all know Giroud was not that great of a striker for us. We need to stop praising mediocrity. If someone, right now, let's act like we've been here before. We are Premier League champions, as Saad said earlier. We're attractive, right? We're a big club, right? Let's not settle for mediocrity. If you are not a player that other clubs are looking at and saying, wow, I would love that player from Arsenal, we shouldn't be hyping them. The only players in our team that are worth the hype are the defenders, the keeper, Rice, Zubimendi. Even if you exclude the last, let's exclude the last 3 months because he overplayed his. Arteta overplayed him. Maybe Skelly, Saka. That's it. Everyone else can hit rocks, bro. Then let's not act like these guys are like, oh my god, they are. Oh, but just because they're Arsenal players, we don't have to be super attached to them. There are better players. These guys are not that level. If you don't look at a player and say, wow, he's one of the best in the world in his position, we should not be settling for him. Is Rice one of the best in the world in his position? Yes. Is Saka one of the best players in the world in his position when he's in form? Yes. So is Zubimendi when he's in form. Saliba, Gabriel, Timber. Even Calafiori, you can argue when he's in form, is probably one of the top 5 left backs just based on performance. Why are we settling for Gyökeres? Anyways, that's my 2 cents. I'm done on him. He's gonna stay.
Hoping that he might replicate half of the numbers that he did in Sporting.
Can we get to
and I think Arteta
kick her up. Sorry, I see. You're right.
I think Arteta himself knows this. That's why he's going for he wants Alvarez, obviously.
Probably.
Yeah, can I get I just want to go back to the I want to go back to the left wing because in all seriousness in talks now of pivoting to either the Barcola or pivoting over to Diomande. Diomande, that deal looks like it's being reported in PSG aggregators and all this and in France. Apparently it's being reported that they're not looking to go ahead with that deal because he's got two agents, one for his image rights and then one for his actual contracts, I'm assuming.
That is mad.
That shit. So yeah, that is pretty
Who
bad.
do you
when a
prefer,
player has
Saad?
that.
Who do you prefer?
Diomande. From what I saw in the World Cup, because here's the thing for me. I've seen, for me, Barcola, I still don't think he's clinical enough. I know people want to say, "Oh, but look at how much he," and I've seen many people make like this whole thing about how he's clinical and how he does this. His decision making can, in high pressure moments, sometimes this guy's decision making can be really poor. But Diomande, bro, like the way he demands.
I agree.
That ball,
I think it's Diamande by a country mile.
Bro, the way he demands that ball, the way he has such confidence with that ball when he's carrying it, he goes past his man. He knows 9 times out of 10 he's like, I'm gonna get past this guy. I ain't got no fear. You know, I want a young player like that who's got no fear and he's got the physicality that he can handle the Premier League. I think with his build and his physicality and on top of that, the best thing about his physicality is it doesn't get in front of his speed. It doesn't stop it. Now, I don't know how much of a listen, I'm not well versed in the football legality of this shit and I don't really understand why like clubs generally stay away from people with two agents. Is it because maybe of the fees? They both will demand like very high fees or something like that. I don't know.
Conflict of interest.
Oh, okay, all right. But listen, I personally, for me, bro, I'm still. I think we need to go in for Demande. If PSG are not going in for this guy and they're not doing the deal, bro, get it done, man. Bring him to Arsenal, bro, because I think this guy he's a star in the making. You know, I just have a feeling he's a star in the making. Yes, it is going to be a bit expensive. It is going to be over 100 million.
Both are going to be expensive.
If this is the market, then this is the market.
Can I give you guys a quick stat?
Now you're convinced it's the market.
Assad. Look who's changed his tune now. 2 hours later. Can I give you guys a quick stat that'll probably get you guys to back up Diomande even more? Yamal has completed the most. Honestly. Yeah, Yamal has in the top 5 leagues in Europe. You guys know the top which top? Yamal has completed the most dribbles per game. 4.5 or something. Second on that list is Diomande in the top 5 leagues in Europe.
Yeah, I think
only
I read that
Yamal
somewhere. Yeah,
has completed more dribbles per game than him.
How many more?
This was when Liverpool was.
How many more has Yamal completed?
Yamal has done like 4.5 or something. This guy's done like 3.4. So Yamal is like clear at the top.
It's not bad.
All right. I was hoping that he'd be a bit closer to.
Is he like Zaha? No. Is he like Zaha profile?
No. He moves quicker than Zaha. Zaha was a slow dribbler, even though he's rapid. Zaha was like a dribbler with skill. This guy dribbles like Doku. He dribbles like Doku, basically.
Zaha was cold, though.
Nobody said he's not cold. We're saying he's not a dribbler. Like his style is like Doku. It's not like Zaha. He doesn't dribble with.
I watched like one game for Cote d'Ivoire in World Cup.
I'm going by what I've seen. I'm going by what I've seen, by the way, in the World Cup.
I pulled it out.
You tell me.
Yamal is at
4. Bro.
Yamal is 4.8 dribbles per game. Diomande is second at 3.6. Guys, guess who's third? Wallahi, I don't think any of you
Bradley Barcola.
Even though all of you guys know. No, Bradley Barcola is so bad. He's like 1.7 or something. He only dribbles in open spaces. He's not good at all.
Oh my god!
By the way, you guys watched him in the World Cup, right? All his dribbles are open space when he kicks the ball and goes with pace. He doesn't have trickery. But anyways, guys, guess who's third?
Don't tell me.
All of you guys know him. He played in the World Cup. The moment I tell you the country, I think maybe you'll guess. Morocco.
Don't tell me.
Nah, not Saibali.
Zazuli.
Diaz.
No.
Is it?
Unahi.
Is it Unahi?
Yes.
It's
Unahi's
Yeah,
third
big up,
at 2.9 dribbles per
Bro.
game.
And he's a
You know
baller,
what?
man.
Somebody needs to
Unahi dribbles a lot
Snapchat
though.
this
Unahi dribbles a
Unahi
lot
guy,
though.
bro.
Yeah.
Somebody
Oh,
needs
actually,
to
I
pick
just
this
realized
Unahi
this
guy,
doesn't
bro.
show the Premier League. Okay, but still, Unahi's like there in the top 10. Doku, I think, is actually third. I think Unahi's fourth. Yeah, Doku's third.
Doku.
Sorry, Doku's third, and then Unahi's
And obviously
fourth.
Diamande is still second though, so the point
Yeah,
still
Dumande is still
stands.
second regardless. 3.6.
Diamande
Yeah,
is
he's
still
second.
like top. You know what? Listen,
Mad.
man. I've listen.
But
Personally, for me,
but Sad,
I've
the
only
reports
I'm
saying
going by
only.
what I've. What's
I'm
that?
saying the reports are saying that we kind of inquired about the situation between PSG and Diamande. I don't think we went solid into the negotiation or
No, but
surfaced.
it said that we spoke to him to get his buy-in into the, because that's what they're always going to do first. No matter what you say, Arsenal are never going to go straight to the club and be like, "Yalla, we want to buy the guy." They're never going to do that first. They always go to the player first, get the player's buy-in, and then they negotiate with the club.
I have another name for you guys, which nobody has brought up, and he actually might be a decent option. He's not that old. He's actually young. Would you guys take Nico Williams?
No.
Bro, his wages are fucked, bro. Have you
He's
seen how
paid
much?
It's not about the
250K.
wages.
It's 250K. It's 250K. Let's not
If
forget.
If you get him, you have to pay him 300K
He's
a
too
week.
rash,
That's what he's
man.
gonna demand. Like, bro, come on, man.
It's not even.
I think it's
Nico Williams
inconsistent.
How is he
I think
rash?
as a player, he's
No, I think
very
it's
good, but
inconsistent.
he's too rash for me, bro. He's too rash. He's not. He's too like, I don't know, man. He just like, I watched him yesterday. He did, to be fair, he did change the game, but
Yeah, exactly. He literally changed the game.
He changed the entire game. But you know what? That's because he's actually, you know what? I would take him. I actually would take him. You know, at this point, I would take Nico Williams, man, because I think he's
He has
explosive,
2.7
strong.
dribbles per game. He's in the top 10 in Europe as well, by the way.
So
No, I
at
would
this
say
point,
that-
you'll take
but-
yourself to play in the left wing, bro.
No, I'm nowhere near quick enough for that. But no,
That
listen,
Ronaldo
Man said I'm
Yeah.
nowhere near quick enough. He's not even gonna talk about the skill level, the passing level, the shoot level, brother.
Why? Sorry, why?
Do you think
wait, why
speed
are
is
you
your
talking?
problem?
Why are you
Guys, Nico
talking?
Williams has more dribbles per game than Mbappe, than
Bro,
Vinny
I know
Jr.
for a fact. If I went into the
Then
football
Olise.
world, I'd get
Dad,
round
I
circles, bro.
swear
So
on
would
my
you, bro.
life, you couldn't play as a touchline.
And he's
you couldn't play as a linesman.
24, by the
You're
way.
such a bum.
And he's 24, by the way, Nico
Yeah, I
Williams.
would
He's not
take
even
Nico
old.
I don't know. I think
I'll
he's
take him.
inconsistent in terms of performances. I mean,
Yeah, but he plays for Bilbao, guys. Come on. What if he played for a top team? He might
Bro.
not be inconsistent.
I'm telling you
regardless,
right
I mean,
now,
we'll
Yan
be-
Diamande, yeah. I just checked his injury history, bro. Bro, the guy first injury was like some mad shoulder injury that had him out for 12 days. That's it, bro. But apart from that, he never,
Wait,
never had
wait.
injury.
Wait,
But that's
wait.
Tomorrow,
actually,
guys, you'll find him out.
Wait.
that's actually a
He's-
red flag for Arsenal. That means he'll come
No,
into
no,
the end of
no.
the season.
No, not even that. Guys, he's 19. It's not impressive. That's only
Yeah,
impressive
Sad's
if he
having
was
a
like 26,
stinker. Sad's
27.
having a
Not if he's
stinker.
19. You're not
Nah,
supposed to
but
have
I
a lot of
still
injuries
think-
by 19.
No, but I've still seen players that have injuries, especially if they play a season or two. I'm pretty sure he's played 2 seasons, hasn't he?
Okay. Now,
Yeah,
now I'm
but
gonna
that's
ask you
still
guys
in
a
the top
question. Now I'm
league.
gonna ask you guys a question.
Yeah,
Be
so
honest
what-
with me now. Be honest with me now. Forget what you guys want and what you guys believe. What do you guys genuinely think? Come next month, let's say season starts. What do you think is gonna be our winger signings? Be honest.
I'll tell you, Zolis, obviously, because that's clearly going to be done. And you guys don't want to hear this, and I don't want to hear this, but I feel it's going to happen, unfortunately. Marcus Rashford.
Oh,
Okay, Sad, go
I
on.
didn't expect that. I actually didn't expect. I thought he was gonna
I'll
say
take
Martinelli,
Rashford.
like
I'll
that
rate him.
bullshit, that he was saying earlier.
Yeah, but the reports are saying that he will. I mean, Manchester United are preparing to, involve
Preparing
him
to
and
offload him,
everything.
bro.
Wait, Sad, what's yours?
I hope so, man. I really hope so.
I think either one of the two, either Diamande or Barcola, is gonna be one of our. For our sake, I hope it's Diamande, but
This
It may
guy
be
loves the
Barcola.
dream, you know.
Sad, what's
I
the
rate you,
probability
I
we
rate
get neither one of them? Sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see if you're
Very
deluded.
high.
Yeah.
Very good
What's the
question.
probability? Yeah, what's the probability of us getting neither Barcola nor Diamande?
probably say.
Wow.
Like
Is
the
it that hard of a
30%
question?
Chance. Yeah, relax, bro. Let me think, bro.
Wait.
30% chance.
There is a 30% chance only that we get
don't get
neither.
one of them.
So you're saying there's a 70% chance we sign one of them?
Yes.
Nah, that's deluded.
No, but it's,
No,
it's not.
I'm not going to say it's deluded. I just think it's too optimistic. I don't think it's deluded. I just think it's too optimistic.
Hold on.
Yeah.
But Ash, shall I tell you why? Because Arsenal clearly, from the journalists, have told us that Arsenal are willing to go in for Morgan Rogers and were willing to put down 100 million.
No,
100 million. Yeah? So they've got the money to spend.
Yeah, but
money is never
over
the
100
issue.
million.
Looking.
Wait.
Hand of Arsenal came out today and said they've put Martinelli off for sale. They're looking for a massive signing. Regardless,
but we didn't want to pay 117 million.
Money was never the issue with Arsenal. Not with Rodgers, not with Bruno. It's never the issue. Arsenal have a certain evaluation for a certain player. They will not go beyond that.
And they will not go above that.
That is clear. That's
clear.
So what you guys are saying now is that they're going to go in for a marquee signing and they're not going to get one, even though they said this before.
If they deem that player is worth that price, then they will pay it without a shadow of a doubt. They will not.
Yes, and I think there's a high likelihood that we are going to pay for one of these players. We are going to bring one of these players. I think it's a very high there's a very high chance that we will get one of these players.
I think it's the opposite. I think there's a 30% chance we get one of them. And a 70%
chance that we get nobody.
Yes.
No, that we get neither one of these two.
Neither one of these two.
Yeah. I agree. I think we get Solis, and I think as the window goes, if we get I think we'll end up deciding some. Either we'll keep Martinelli or we'll sign a stopgap like Rashford or something. Or we'll keep Martinelli and we'll go with Solis.
No, but Ash, Rashford's not bad though.
I
think that's an atrocious signing.
Stop it. That would be an.
But that's because you guys don't like him as a person. But I think
why I love him as a person.
Why would I not like him as a person? He's a good guy. He
fed children. Why would I not like him as a person?
Children, bro. Feeds the poor. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying that don't like him personally. Sorry, what I meant to say is because he plays for a rival.
Hold on, Sami. Wallahi, he does, bro. The guy has a program to feed kids.
Okay, bro, but you say,
this guy was doing charity programs and all sorts, bro. Why would you not like him? He's a nice person.
And I told Sam before I would take him over Rodgers, and he wouldn't berserk on me.
No, he's not washed. Now you're going too far. He's not washed. You're going too far.
He's washed as a player. With all due respect.
Well, I don't know, Ash. You can tell me what was the season for Barca last season? You watched a lot.
It wasn't that great. There's a reason why.
Don't talk about what he did.
There's a reason. I'm answering your question. Let me finish.
There's a reason why they brought Gordon.
Yeah, just because you don't like my answer doesn't mean you
talk about what he did good and bad. That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't need to do that. You asked me how was the season for Barcelona. The answer is it wasn't good. That's why they didn't sign him. This guy couldn't fit into the Barcelona system. He was terrible at playing the 1-2s. The one thing he was doing really good was crossing the ball in. He was not that good of a dribbler. He couldn't take on a lot of fullbacks over there, even though he has crazy pace. And the one time the few times where he would take on the fullback with pace, he would overrun the ball or he would not put in a good cross. He did have some good shots from outside the box, which we always know about Rashford. He's a great, great shooter, but he couldn't fit into the Barcelona system because they were too advanced for him with the 1-2s. Now, that won't be a problem at Arsenal because we're not that good at like Barcelona in terms of moving the ball. We're nowhere near. But he is not a difference maker by himself. He's very frustrating. A lot of times he will lose the ball against the fullback because he tries to over-engineer and over-complicate certain things instead of keeping things simple. He's by far, okay, maybe not by far, that's an exaggeration, but he is, I cannot even say he's a pace merchant because he's not even rapid like Martinelli. He's lost a bit of his pace.
Man, this guy is, he is the definition of washed, bro.
He is washed. I think he's washed.
It's gotten to a level. By the way, Hamid, relax with that word. Yeah, don't start calling people pussies. Yeah, so relax.
Yeah, Hamid, come on, bro.
Big up to the rest of your comments. I don't know who he's.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But listen, I don't know whether Souls is just trying to be edgy, have like one of these edgy takes. Big up Hamid. Wallahi, big up Hamid. I don't know whether this guy is trying to have this edgy take, bro. Rashford is like, bro.
No.
And that is one of my worst fears. Like,
by the way, Souls, I said this long time ago to him about Rodgers.
I'm so scared
instead of Rodgers. I'll take Rashford over Yeah,
Yeah,
on
you rate
loan.
him as well. So it's not edgy take, is it? He's not a bad. But I get what Ash is saying as well.
He would take it on. He would take him on loan. I think he would take him as a guaranteed signing.
No, on loan.
No. I'm talking about on loan.
I wouldn't take him at all, bro. I think it would be terrible.
So hold on,
listen.
but that wasn't the basis that Ash just put to us. He said as a stopgap signing, we'd sign him, not on loan. It'd be a permanent signing.
Stopgap for me is
Would you
loan.
guys take him as a permanent signing?
I would not take him
No.
as a loan. I
For
would not
40
take him as
million,
stopgap.
for
I wouldn't
not
take him as
million.
anything.
I would not even take him to just walk on the training pitch and leave. I would
Yeah,
not even
well,
do
why?
that.
I'll take him around the
Wait,
training
wait.
pitch. I'll
Wait,
be like,
Ash,
right.
would you take
So
him- do you
this
think-
is
do you think
this is
Rashford's better than
the
Solis?
kitchen. This is the training pitch. This is the Premier League trophy. Right. Goodbye. We'll see you again soon. Yeah. Yallah. Bye.
Wait. Hold on. Do you think he's better than
Just
Solis?
mad. Yeah, he is, but that doesn't matter. I still wouldn't take him nor Solis as a starter. I think
I
that's-
don't think
I
he's
think
better
he's
than
better
Solis.
than Martinelli and Trossard, which is an upgrade. So
I actually, you know, the funny thing is, here's the funny thing. He might be a better footballer than Martinelli, but for us, unfortunately,
Bro,
with
I
the
don't-
way we play, I'd probably rather have Martinelli because at least Martinelli can do Arteta-like things, which I don't even rate, by the way. You know, you guys know how
Just
I feel about
defending,
Arteta's
really
system.
Ash,
track
forget
back.
about
I hate,
Ash. Forget
I
about
hate the Arteta
Martinelli.
system. But I think
Ash-
Martinelli would do the Arteta work
Ash.
better than Rashford.
Forget about Martinelli. Bro, is this guy better than Trossard? He's not better than Trossard.
Nowhere
I don't think he's
near.
got
Are you
clutch
mad?
moments.
Nowhere
He is-
He's
near.
not got
he
clutch
is
moments
better
like
than
Trossard, bro.
Trossard is. Honestly, I cannot believe we let Trossard go and kept Martinelli and then signed Solis, bro. When we could have just kept Trossard. If we were not going to sign anyone, might as well have
Can you
kept
relax?
Trossard.
Can you stop like blaming Solis, bro? Relax. Let him play,
No,
bro, and then you'll see,
but
bro.
but
Why,
Ashraf,
bro? This
no,
guy
but
is
Ashraf, wasn't
pissing
you
me off,
saying, yeah?
bro. Every
No, but
time he
Ashraf,
gets
wasn't you
to fucking
saying-
drag Solis through the mud.
Unlike
Bro,
you,
just let him
Saad.
live, man.
Saad. Listen, unlike you, who's so
bum.
blinded by the club, right? That you have every time the club does something, you just want to suck it off. I praise things when
No,
they
I
go
don't.
right.
No, I don't.
And I
Yes.
wait,
No, I
wait,
yes.
wait. Let me explain.
Yes.
Let me explain.
Because I said that I didn't want Barcola.
No. Let me explain. Saad will criticize someone if he sees them play for Arsenal. They do something bad. Then he'll say, yes, okay, I've seen it. Now it's bad. But let's say we sign someone. There is no evidence that Solis is going to be good. The only thing Saad will say is his numbers in the Belgian league are amazing. But I can rebuttal that by saying, but all his attributes don't seem transferable to the Premier League because he's not quick, he's not strong,
Yeah,
he's
but
not a great
Ashraf,
dribbler.
no
So
disrespect,
wait,
but-
let me finish. So we don't know what's going to be right. Maybe Saad is right. Maybe I'm right. We don't know. More often than not, the attributes is actually what matters, not the stats, because stats in the Belgian league and the Dutch league and the Portuguese league with what we've seen with Gyökeres actually don't translate as much, whereas attributes most of the time translate. So I can easily make an argument that my argument is probably closer. I'm not even shitting on him. I'm just saying I don't think he's going to work, especially as a starter. You, Saad, because you're a very optimistic
No.
person.
I never said.
May Allah keep that attribute for you forever.
I never.
Every time we're linked with someone, okay, see, you did this with Madueke last season. You were against his signing. You said, "Oh my God, no Madueke." And then when we signed him, you tried to convince us why. But as a backup, he's not bad though, guys. There's a video.
But
of
that's
this
what you're supposed to do.
a
You're
year
supposed
ago.
to support your player when he joins.
No. Support your player means when you're watching them, you hope they do well. When you're at the stadium, you don't boo them. But if I'm having a rational conversation with you and I tell you, hey, do you think Madueke will bang for us? You don't have to be deluded. You can tell me, I don't think he'll bang for us, but I hope he does. That's what I'm
But
saying.
Ashraf,
so hold on.
Ashraf, your
So
problem
I'm
is
saying-
no.
Go on, brother. Go on.
What happened to
You're just
Souls?
I don't know.
Saad, remove him.
Wallah, uqsimu billah, I didn't do nothing.
Sad,
Wallahi, I
man.
didn't
Sad,
do
man.
nothing.
What kind of dictatorship are you running
Saad,
here?
Nah,
bro?
nah,
What kind of
shut up,
dictatorship
man.
are you
Shut up,
running,
man.
bro?
Shut up.
What? This
No,
is
no,
mad, bro.
it's not just dictatorship, it's gaslighting because he told him, no,
Yeah.
go on, brother,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
on, brother. Get out, bitch.
But you know what? Listen, but Ash, this is my problem. I think you mistake what I'm saying. I don't want him as a starter. I don't think he's warrants a starter. I don't think he's the starter guy for me. I don't.
Cool.
I think he is a backup option. That's why if we come out and we get a starting winger, a high quality winger that is dedicated to be our starter,
Bro, we
and
have two
Solis is the
backups,
backup
bro.
option,
We just don't
then
know.
good, because I think he's somebody who can. By the way, Souls is back.
Yeah.
Souls,
Okay.
I
Just
don't
so
know
we
what
don't
happened,
argue,
but
just so we don't argue about it. If Solis turns out to be a starting winger start of the season, would
Then
you
I'm
then come out
upset.
and say that's a no? Would you then say that's a bad signing?
If that's our starting winger, yes, because that's not the
Okay.
that's not the marquee signing that I'd expect. Solis is not a marquee player.
I think that's a fair argument. So we'll wait till then start of the season to see. Inshallah, you're right, and he's not the starting striker.
But Ashraf,
starting winger. Sorry.
Ashraf, Oqsam billah, I'm not trying to trigger you here. I'm actually being honest.
No,
My
not trigger.
issue
Tell
with
me,
what-
bro.
My issue with what you just said, yeah, and you do this a lot,
Yeah.
is you give your opinion on a player before he joins the club, and it's fair. You're allowed to do that. That's what you're supposed to do. But then you seem to have this idea that, oh, I don't rate Madueke. He's shit. I don't think he should have joined Arsenal. Now that he's an Arsenal player, like contractually, he's an Arsenal player now. You will say, oh, I need Madueke to prove me wrong. But what you don't understand is when you're watching Madueke, and I know that you're going to argue with me here and say, no, it's not the case. But deep down, I'm not saying you don't want him to do well, but you will, when he does something good, because you already have a predisposed opinion that he's shit, he will have to do a lot of good for him to prove you wrong. Whereas
I can disprove you in one sentence. I can disprove it. I know, but before you finish, because I don't want you to build your argument on a fake narrative.
I'm not gonna make another point. It's linked to one point, and you can write it. Whereas if we signed a player who you do rate, let's say for example we signed Vinny, and Vinny ended up playing shit, you would make more excuses for Vinny rather than slandering.
I can destroy this argument in like 10 seconds.
But
in 10 seconds, wallahi, you can count. You can count 10 seconds.
You get my point.
10 seconds, just count. Against Forest, no, I don't. I'll tell you why. It's an irrelevant point. Because against Forest, he had no goal, no assist, and I said he was the man of the match for me. And Gyökeres, this proves your point because I wanted Gyökeres badly. I was campaigning to not get Sesko and sign Gyökeres. And 3 months later, I said, Souls, you were right. Gyökeres sucks. Turns out it was a bad signing. There you go. Point is proven.
Okay, so what does Solis have to do to prove you wrong?
He has to perform. If we sign him, he has to perform. He has to be a good winger for us. He has to get GA. He has to score. He has to create a lot of chances. He has to.
But Ashraf, you don't think Trossard is good enough. You wanted him sold, him or Martinelli.
Yes, but Trossard is much better than Solis, in my opinion.
So if he does what Trossard does, or what Trossard did last season, would you say you were proven wrong about him?
I'd be proven wrong about him being, because I right now think Trossard is a better winger. If he does equal to Trossard, I'll say, okay, I was wrong. He is level to Trossard, but I'm still correct that it's not good enough because I don't want us to sign equal to Trossard. I want us to sign a player.
So you're benchmarking Solis to be a top quality winger above Trossard means very good.
If he's a starter, for me, this is why I agreed with Saad now, and I said we can reach a happy medium, which is if Solis signs and turns out he becomes a starting winger, let's say we only signed Solis on the left wing, and now it's Solis and Martinelli, and Solis becomes the starting winger. Saad and I both agreed just now that's a bad signing because then we didn't elevate the left wing. At best we stagnated the left wing, assuming he's level with Trossard. At best we stagnated.
Do you think it's going to be an anomaly if he thrives in the Premier League somehow, Solis? And
no, it's not an anomaly.
Somehow, I'm not going to say he's going to replicate the same numbers he had in the Belgium league, but let's assume that he gets 20 to 25 GA, let's say, in the first season.
That's an incredible first season. Wow. If he gets 20 GA,
I know it's incredible. My question is not about if it's incredible or not. Obviously, it's good.
If it'll happen,
do you think? Yeah, the probability of it happening. You think it's very low?
This is why I don't want him because I think. Let's assume he's a starter for us next season. Let's assume he starts. Big up, Catch and SB. Let's assume he starts, I don't know, 35 Premier League games.
Because based on what you say, that means that you don't believe he'll get something in a range of good numbers.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I was saying. Yes, I think if he starts like, I don't know, 35 games for us, for example, next season in the Premier League, I think at best he gets 10 GA. At best.
Oh, no, yeah. That means he's shit.
That's exactly what I said about. No, not about shit. He might, maybe in 2-3 years he'll adapt. Okay, I'm not going to say he's shit. I just don't think he's good because I watched him play against us in the Champions League. He wasn't good. I watched him play against Barcelona in the Champions League last season. He wasn't good. People will talk about his Belgian league numbers, but that's the Belgian league. Even when you go watch his compilation, the thing that stands out about him, which he does incredibly well, clearly from the compilation at least, And I know the compilations are supposed to show the best of you, so maybe that's not a true representation. But what you can see is that he's a very good shooter and he's a decent passer. But he's not a good dribbler. He's not rapid, which I think we need as a left winger. Because Saka has those attributes. Saka is if he gets back, hopefully, to his form from 2 years ago, is rapid, he's a good dribbler, he's strong, he can shoot, he can finish, he can do all of that.
But the point I'm making is that if he no, but Ashraf, if he's our backup, if he is our backup, what would he need to do to be a good quality signing for a backup winger?
Then that 10 GA in a season is fine for me. If you're a backup left winger and you get 10 GA and the starting left winger is
this is the problem. I think we're
quality left winger, I'll be happy.
I think we're misunderstanding. I think Ash, to be honest, I think you misunderstood my point. I'm not trying to big him up for him being a starter. This is not the case that I'm making. I think we all think the same thing. If he's a backup, then it's good. If he's a starter and he's the
it's good if he performs.
The left winger.
No, it's good if he performs.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
even as the backup, he has to perform.
That goes without. Yeah. But hold on, if he performs, that goes without saying. I'm not saying he's good if he's shit.
This is why I didn't want Madueke last season, even though he was going to be a backup, because I knew even as a backup he's crap.
Guys, listen, I just want to go.
But Madueke got GA Ash and he still didn't rate.
Wait. Guys, my point is proven. He got shit GA. So my point stands.
What was his GA in game against games played?
Okay, I'll just tell you that and then let's start.
It's not good. It's dreadful. It's dreadful. Dreadful. I checked it before. It's dreadful.
His stats in the Premier League last season, he played 26 games, by the way. I think out of this, he started 14 or 15 of them. He has 3 goals and 1 assist.
60% of them.
4 GA in 26 games, by the way.
Bro, guys, come on.
Listen,
I could do more.
4 GA in 26 games, out of which he started 14 or something. That is ridiculous.
You know what? I actually do feel. You know what? That signing, I actually do feel like I was robbed, bro. Like, I personally.
50 million is robbery. 50 million was robbery.
So why
I feel disrespected. God knows how the Arsenal board feel. I don't know. But guys, can I just bring this? Can I?
Yeah, go on. Because I need to.
This is insane, bro. Look at the stats, the comparison, but look at the dribbling, and the difference and the progression of the ball.
Wait, who's the blue and who's
the blue is Barcola and the purple is Yandi Monde.
Got it.
But even though there's a difference here in the shooting volume and the one shot generation, own shot generating his own shots, even though there's a slight variance, it's not as enough to like the variance here, bro.
But I think that's down to the volume that he shoots a lot.
I can only imagine it's how many shots he has per game.
Per 90 he doesn't have 100 shots, bro. What are we on about?
No,
he does not have 100 shots per 90.
No. Hold on. This is percentage. This is the percentile.
This is percentile.
So it goes by 100% compared to the.
So what? 100%. 100% of his shots. What are leave his boot? What does the stat mean? So 100% of what? What is 100% supposed to mean? He has 100% shot accuracy.
I'm assuming of the shots taken per game compared to all of the attackers in the top 5 leagues, and then how much he gets.
It's okay. I just read. It's percentile compared to the best. Okay, got it.
So it's
you're saying
compared to the top 5 leagues. It's the percentage in the top 5 leagues.
That sounds. I've seen Bradley Barcola miss one-on-one sitters like crazy. How could he be in the 100 percentile?
I don't know.
That sounds fake, bro. Yeah, but even if he shoots less, for example, against Arsenal, he went one-on-one twice and missed both. Unless this is only in the Liga. I haven't watched the Liga last season.
Is this from Scout Lab, by the way?
It says Scout Lab at the top.
Is it?
Yeah, it says Scout Lab.
Because that's I've got that as well on my team. But
I'll take either of them.
Yeah, you know what? I think
look at the dribbling, guys. Look at the dribbling, bro. That is
insane, bro.
I'm telling you, he's not a good dribbler, Barcola. He only dribbles with pace. He's like Martinelli, but smarter in terms of how to use the pace. Like he actually uses his pace a lot better than Martinelli.
I agree.
But he cannot do trickery. He cannot dribble in tight spaces and all that. He doesn't do that kind of stuff.
He's too tall for that. He hasn't got a low center of gravity.
Exactly.
And that's probably another reason why we probably shouldn't get him either.
I think Diomande is a very good guys. Honestly, he's like Doku, but with better stats.
But with better physicality and can hold the ball.
No, physicality, Doku's physical. I mean better stats, because Doku until last season didn't have great stats. He was dribble, but
and the thing
no
is,
goals,
the thing
bare
is with Doku,
assists.
I feel like Doku has a consistency problem. I know we saw him start scoring goals and all that shit, but bro, if you look at the consistency of this guy, bro, he has spells. Like
gotta be careful, guys. Gotta be careful. Leipzig
but he's
never
the master
produces
of
good
purple
talents, bro.
patches.
I'm just saying.
Oh, Leipzig.
Leipzig never produces good talents, bro.
That's
We've seen
true.
the
Timo Werner.
We've seen Timo Werners. We've seen all these good players at that time.
Well, hey, to be fair,
What do you
Danny
guys-
Olmo played in Leipzig. And
What do you guys
he's
think
a
of?
baller.
What do you guys think of Nusa? He's also like.
I like Nusa, but his stats also are garbage. He played
Yeah,
more
his
games
stats are not
than
good.
he played
I was-
more games
I
than
was like-
Diomande, and he has less GA than him.
Yeah, I was,
Way less
bro.
GA.
I was like, I looked, because I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, let me just have a little browse of his stats here, because I like how
Terrible.
Nusa looked in the World Cup, and he looked very good,
Yeah.
and he's very good at taking his man. He's very confident.
He's top 10
Diomande.
as well, by
But
the way,
bro,
with
he-
dribbles per game.
Yeah, but he when you look at his stats, it's like fucking hell, bro. What are you doing on the pitch,
Yeah.
bro? Like you just
And
sitting
he's
there just-
older than Diomande. If he's like at least 18, 19, I'd say, oh, he has time. He's 21, 2 years older, and yet he has way
21
worse
is
stats.
still young, bro.
I get it. I
mean,
get it. But
we
I'm
look
saying
at
we're
Barcola, which
comparing
is
him.
Barcola is 23.
Yeah, but we're comparing him to his teammate, who's, by the way, Nusa plays on the left wing, which is his actual best position. Diomande's best position is on the left as well, but they play him on the right because he's not an ambidextrous, but he can play on both wings. So he's playing on the less favorite wing of his and still getting more GA, even though he's younger. I'm sorry, that's not a good thing for Nusa then.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, we're gonna wrap it up there because this was actually only meant to be a stream until like 7:45, and then
Yeah,
What do you-
exactly.
what
We were
do you-
supposed to
what
go an
do you
hour
think
and a half,
Mitoma?
but mad.
Huh?
Yuck.
What did he say? Who did
God
he say?
forbid.
Who did he
Mitoma.
say?
Mitoma.
Ooh, nah, he's injury prone, bro. This guy.
I don't
just
care if he's
made
injury
the
prone. Even if
biscuits.
he's not injury prone, he sucks.
Maybe 2 years ago, maybe I would have taken him.
Listen, man, when he was in the hype, man, do you know what I mean? This is
Everyone believed that, oh my God, he
Hype.
studied the art of dribbling in college. He actually did a course on dribbling. Okay. How did that help? Bruh,
forgot.
you cannot do courses in football. I'm sorry. You either have it or you don't. That's it.
By the
You
way,
can do
I'm very
courses for like
sorry,
passes and stuff.
Marco. I'm very sorry. I completely missed your super chat, bro. So I'm really sorry. about that.
Unbelievable, bro. Marco, we apologize.
I apologize for that.
We
Marco,
apologize
'cause
for
that
this
was my fault.
bum host who's not
Unprofessionalism.
fit to run this channel.
Shut up, man, you bum. Yeah, apologies, Marco, man. That was my bad. He said,
You know,
toxic
Ashraf's
positive-
too funny. He respects people highly when he sends super chats. Like he gets bare offended if you don't read it out.
Nah, but it's people paying their money. do you
It's
know
the
what I
right
mean?
thing. What do you mean? They're paying their
Like-
hard-earned money.
Right. Do you know what I mean? He's paying his money, bro, to put in here. This is how you know this guy. Wallahi, this guy, yeah.
Bro, if Souls ran a channel, yeah, you guys better not
Bro,
send him super
it'd
chats.
be
He'll
so
make sure you guys run
disrespect.
broke for no reason. He'll be like, oh, you know what? Let's say someone sends a super chat. Messi's the greatest of all time. He's like, just because of that, I won't read it, bitch. And
Yeah.
he'll move on. I'm telling you, he'll ban you from the channel.
If you send a message, but I won't even read it out.
There you go.
Yeah,
Read
it's
the super
such a
chat, yeah,
fraud,
Habibi.
man. Toxic positive fan here, long time listener. Question: This guy is too funny. Wallahi. He's a question: do you support the approach of persuading the player to only pick us and then negotiating the fee? I do personally.
Yeah, why not?
You-
It's the art of
'cause you-
negotiation.
You have to, otherwise.
No, I don't.
otherwise-
I don't, because then people swoop in and who are also talking to the same player about the same shit you're talking to them about, and then they take them away from you.
Souls, we're saying it now out of the emotion of what happened with Rodgers, even though thank God we didn't get him. But that worked with Rice. That worked with Caicedo. Both of them agreed with Chelsea and Arsenal way before.
And what about
So when-
Monga? What about Monga?
Yeah, but it doesn't
We
happen
can
with
bring-
everyone,
we
but it
can bring
happens with
out
a lot of players,
multiple-
though.
We can bring out
There's
multiple
multiple
different
examples.
ones, multiple examples we can bring out. What about Zubimendi?
But I
Wait,
agree.
Zubimendi,
I was
No,
about to
but I
say,
more agree.
Zubimendi is
but I
an
more
amazing
agree with-
example.
No, but I more
Yeah.
agree with Sammy's approach, which is the valuation is there and pay it.
But that's not
Guys,
the.
you cannot pay all. What? So you wanted us to pay 115 million for Rodgers at 120?
If you go and just
No,
pay the
you can
valuation,
pay a little
if
bit
you go,
lower,
if you
I
go,
mean.
if you go
I
and
wouldn't
pay the
pay anything.
valuation every single time, people will just continue to raise the price and raise the price. and raise the
Exactly.
price
Then
until
tomorrow
you're
I'll
just
tell you pay
paying
me 250
stupid
million.
money.
Yeah, 100%.
It's negotiation. I swear, you guys are chatting like you've never been in business before.
No,
and I know you've both been in business.
Look,
I'm surprised Sami's saying it because Sami
That's
knows.
why I'm surprised.
I have to rebuttal this. No, wait.
I understand.
You have to. No. I have to respond to this. If you are in dire need of something, and he's the only person who has that something, then you gotta pay it.
But we're not in dire need of that thing. But we're not.
At a certain point, Ash, we will need a certain player, right? We want this player. We believe that this player is going to take us to the next level, right? Let's agree on player X.
But we didn't, though.
But Sami,
you're right, but we didn't believe that.
But even
Rodgers, you're talking about Rodgers.
Yes, Rodgers, we didn't believe that.
I agree. But I agree with Rodgers' point about Rodgers, negotiations. I wouldn't pay. But I'm saying is if you go for a certain player and you want that player and you think he is the level raiser, then you gotta pay.
Correct. Which is why we did. Wait. Which is why we did that for Rice. Because Rice, even though West Ham were trying
that's
to
what I'm saying.
us,
so we paid the asking price for Rice.
Yes,
Exactly.
but what I'm saying is we cannot pay the asking price for because you're not going to want every single player to the point where it's a level raiser. Some players you want, like Olise, when Bayern wanted him, they didn't want him because he's a level raiser. They wanted him because they said, hey, he will really impact the club. Yeah. That doesn't mean you should have paid like crazy whatever money that Crystal Palace was asking for. My point is, guys, right now I've lost count, but there's at least 10 players that have been sold for over 100 million in the last 5 years. As the inflation keeps rising, it's all the more reason why you have to negotiate really bad with some of these clubs so that they end, especially with PSR forcing clubs to sell at some point. You have to keep negotiating so that these prices don't go crazy. Wallahi, in 2-3 years at this rate, a player is going to be sold for 200 million. I'm telling you. And it's not even a player. It's not even a player like Mbappe. It'll be a player like Ndiaye, for example, from Everton.
Can I just say one thing?
Why are we not paying 85 million for Bruno G? Ash, why?
Because he's not worth
that money. Guys, we have Rice, Zubamendi, Skelly, and Moreno. We're not begging for a central midfielder. It'll be nice. It'll be a good upgrade. But we're not like if we go next season with these four, we're not shit. We're not in trouble. We're still okay. That's why we have to negotiate to get them at our terms.
And on top of that, yeah. When you're saying stuff like if you're in desperate need or you're in dire need for a player and you have to get him, you pay the money. The only clubs that paid that money is Chelsea, Chelsea and Tottenham. Chelsea
paid for Rice.
And they're desperate. We're not desperate.
Chelsea have no Europe and have nothing, so they have to pay that money. Tottenham have just escaped. Tottenham have. Hold on, let me just finish my point.
I agree. Because these are rebuilds. Okay, go ahead.
Let me just finish my point.
Go ahead.
Tottenham have just recovered from a relegation battle and barely stayed in the Premier League with by the skin of their teeth. These men have to go out there and pay the fees because they can't. They can't be sitting there and expect the player to say, I want to go to that club, make it happen. With us, we've come from a position of power. Yes, okay, certain clubs can come in and hijack like a Chelsea, but how many times does that happen? It's a lot. No, it doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't. If you look at the probability of how often a hijack happens, it's very rare. It's very, very rare. It's just mad that it's happened to us twice in this season. It's just
Sami's point stands for Alvarez.
But hold on. Exactly.
I want to rebuttal, but
let me just say this.
Let him land.
In business, you're taught to never show weakness. You can never show weakness because then you put yourself to the mercy of the seller, who will then take you for ransom. They will say,
"That's not what I said."
170 million.
And guys, remember, Saad owns a construction company, so he knows what he's talking about.
No, shut up, man. I don't own a business, but. Listen, I've got friends that own businesses.
Bro, I'm joking. My God, relax.
But regardless, yes, I know you're joking. But Sami, a player that I do see us going mad for and spending the bag on is a player like Alvarez, because I think Alvarez is a generational player which you have to go and spend that.
If
money
Atletico say 120, 130, I think we pay.
These players that we're going for are not generational talents. These players, like a player like Bruno Gomes, is. Bro, he's not. He's 28. Bro, he's coming towards the end.
Can I respond now?
Let Sami rebuttal. I want to hear it.
Okay, so you are talking from a point when there's only a single customer or single client, but what drives the price is usually the demand, correct? So if the demand is high, the price goes high. Now, in particular for Bruno G, why the price is high? Because we've seen the midfielders go for a very high price. Tonali, Fernandes, Rice, Enzo, Caicedo, and the list goes on the players that goes in a very high price. This is the first thing. The second thing is you talk about Spurs and Chelsea. These teams need to pay over and beyond to attract players. Unlike us, right? This is what you're saying, that we are in a position of power. So if the market is inflated now, right? And now you said, where are we lacking exactly? Is the attacking side, correct?
Left wing.
Which left wing, attack, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so those positions in football are usually the highest in terms of price, right? Attackers go for higher price than midfielder, than center backs, and then goalkeepers. So let's say now Diomande, you rate Diomande. Leipzig slapped 120 million pound on his back. Are you going to pay it?
No.
But
I want him to answer.
No, I wouldn't pay it.
Okay.
Why?
If you go to Vini Jr. and they slap 160 million in his back, would you buy him?
That's different. That's very different.
Would you buy him?
Differentiate. Yes, I would. Yes, for 160.
Okay.
Yes. Because you have to differentiate from generational player to somebody who's a normal player or an upcoming player. Those are very different.
I actually get Sami's point.
One point I want to mention. Vinny has 1 year in his contract. Diomande has, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and yet you wanted to pay 160 million for
because Vinny Jr. isn't the risk.
I understand.
Is a risk.
He's established. I understand. He's established.
But even forget about the risk. If I pay 160 million for Vinny Jr., if I wait that 1 year and I let him run his contract down I sign him on a free, do you know how much this guy is going to warrant? And his agent fees and sign-on bonus.
No, not just that. Other clubs will get him for free as well. Other clubs will all jump in if he's available.
And then it will become a bidding war, and then the highest bidder, and then you're
Monday at 120 million.
You're not the only club that is buying players in the market. If Chelsea are spending, Spurs are spending, United are spending, City are spending, they will push the price higher. Like it or not, that's up to you. You are convinced by that, it's up to you. If you value the player at that rate, it's up to you. That's the price. Either you pay it at a certain point, you will have to pay it.
But that's assuming we're competing for the same player, Sami. We're not competing for the same player. And we're not as desperate as those other clubs. City,
it's not the same player, but the players, like at the beginning of the show, you guys mentioned Rodgers was 90 to 100, and then because of Anderson, the price went up.
It went up.
Aston Villa. Yeah. So the clubs usually benchmark based on what was happening in the market. So if the player is, you agreed 60 million, and then all of a sudden, hey, wait a second, they sold for 100 million. Why should I ask for 60? I'm going to ask for 110.
I think Sami. No. Sorry. Ash, I'm not rage baiting. I think Sami
go on,
absolutely cooked with his reply. Like he literally rebutted it, picture perfect to Sad's
But
point.
the difference, guys, the difference is, guys, Rodgers is wanted by many different clubs, and we are not in a position where we desperately need someone like him. This is why the Vinny Jr. example is better. Because if Vinny Jr. is available, we, out of all the clubs out there in Europe, we probably need a left winger more than any other club. We're the most desperate club for a left winger. So if Vinny Jr. is available and Bayern bid 120, I don't know, City bid 130, PSG bid 140, we should bid 160. Then I 100% agree with you. Because at that time, that is the thing we need the most, more than any other club. And he's a guarantee in terms of success and output and everything else. With the Rodgers,
you're talking about bidding war. I'm talking about baselines.
But even baseline. Bro, baseline, if any club tells me, hey, Vinny Jr. is available for 160 million, it is idiotic, and I'm the only one bidding. Let's say there's no other club. It's idiotic for me to say, here's the money. That makes no sense because I can probably negotiate and bring it down. Liverpool did that with Isak last season. David Ornstein reported to even start a conversation, which they will probably not even entertain, it needs to be minimum 150 million just to start the conversation. He reported this in The Athletic. And they literally got him for 125 million. So obviously, Liverpool were not stupid to go pay the 150. They said he's throwing a tantrum. He's gonna want to leave. We will force you to sell him at the end.
But the circumstances were different, Ash. For if you're talking about Isak in particular,
like
because
that
they're
with
the
many
only
clubs,
buyers. They're the only buyers, and Isak is going to leave, and he retaliated already against the club, and he said, you know what, I'm not going to play for the club, I'm not going to train with the club, so it is more idiotic from Newcastle to keep the player if he can cash in for 125
and that's
million.
the exact same thing with Bruno. Bruno clearly said his agent came out saying he wants to join Arsenal.
No. Bruno said, I will not do what he did, but he said, I'm not going to retaliate. Like, yeah.
Yes, but my point is, if let's say there are 4 clubs looking at Bruno right now, because I'm pretty sure there are, because United were inquiring about him. I'm pretty sure there are other clubs knocking at their door because Bruno is a wanted player. He and his agent made it clear they want Arsenal. So naturally, if Newcastle come and say, hey, there are these 2 other clubs that are willing to pay what we need, he might push back and say, but I don't want to join these clubs. I want to join Arsenal. So negotiate with Arsenal. So they're probably going to get something lower from us than they would get from, I don't know, a Chelsea, for example, that are willing to pay higher, but the player is not willing to move. So Newcastle gets nothing regardless. As soon as a
player says, I want to leave, bro, that is it sends freaking radars and flashing lights and panic stations.
Exactly.
Because you can't have somebody in your station, you can't have somebody working for you.
I agree with that.
Who does not want to be there.
And here's the big thing. Barcola, now obviously Barcola wanted to leave even before they signed a winger, right? Because he's even last season he wasn't starting for them. It was Doué, Kvaratskhelia and Dembele. And now if they add a winger, which they're looking to do, whether it's Diomande or whoever it is, they're looking to add a winger. He's probably going to say, bruh, now not only am I 4th choice, I might even be 5th choice. He's going to push to leave. You think that 130 million price tag that PSG have slapped on him, when that they reported a couple of months ago, is going to stick? No, they won't. They'll obviously say 130 million, guys. That's what we said. But when Barcola is saying, guys, I want to leave, I'm not going to play, I need to move, they're going to say we have a restless player who's not even going to play. We can probably make 110 million out of him right now, or be stubborn and say 130 million. Nobody pays that. And next season we sell him for even less because he's going to get even less minutes, which means his value is going to drop even further. These clubs are not stupid. Where I will agree with you, Sami, is if there is a player that we desperately need, which has happened many times before. So your point does stand in the sense that we have done this before, unfortunately. If there's a player that we desperately need, like Alvarez, for example, or Vinny, if he becomes available, and we start... Or by the way, Rodrigo's an example last season. Oh, he wanted 300k. So what? Pay him 300k. He's a better winger than probably better left winger than anyone in the league. He's a world-class player who won the Champions League, who's done crazy things, who would immediately elevate our left wing. No, but he got injured mid-season. We didn't know he was going to get injured.
Yeah, I'm so pissed off that he got injured.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted 300k. Pay him 300k. You're paying Havertz 285. He's way better than Havertz. There, I agree with you, Sami. That's shit. That's disgusting. Right now, we haven't done it yet. But I do think we will do it eventually. So if you're saying that's what you predict will happen, I actually agree with you.
Yeah.
If you're saying that's what
have to pay,
you'll
have to
pay.
If
you're saying that's what happened already, I don't agree because I don't think that Rodgers and Bruno fit that criteria. But I do agree with you. It'll probably come to that.
No, I understand Rodgers. Yeah, I understand Rodgers is for me. I didn't want Rodgers. I told Sad I wanted Rashford over Rodgers because of the profile, not because Rashford is better than Rodgers. I told him that before. But again, when it comes to the prices,
only
I don't
one
think
bum on this panel wanted Rodgers on the left wing. It's just insane. Anyways. Conversation for
But eventually, I think what you just mentioned is the trend of the prices of the players, the average of the pricing of the players is going to go higher and higher and higher. And there's nothing that Arsenal can do about it. Nothing, literally nothing, because at the end, clubs are paying that money. Chelsea are paying, City are paying,
and that's why I get Sami's point, because what Sami's saying is, as the trend is going up, Arsenal have to get used to paying these high valuations to get the best players.
But we have souls. We have up until Ozil, our record signing was 42 million, and after that, a few years later, we've paid 100 million for Rice. We've paid 70 or 65 million for Havertz. We've paid, how much did we pay for Gyökeres? 70 million.
Bro,
we paid 68 million for Eze. These were things that were impossible for Arsenal. 72 million for Pepe. We are adapting. The only things we were willing to pay 100 million for Rodgers. So it's not like we were not willing to pay something crazy. And he's not worth 100 million. Wallah, he's not. He's not worth 100 million.
And also, I don't think it's going on an upward trajectory, in my opinion. I think I think this market right now is it's fucked it for us. This market, but I think it will start to balance itself back out. You will see
cannot
transfers
balance
drop
itself
down maybe
out.
to about a 90 million, 80 million.
Sad.
You
It
will see
cannot
Never.
balance
transfers.
itself out
Never.
unless two things happen. Unless a recession takes place and bursts
Yeah.
that bubble.
Aye, listen.
Where
England might be moving mad right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's on the cards,
so it's
bro.
one of two things. These things usually burst or go back when the bubble bursts. That's why even with rents, sometimes when rents go up, the bubble bursts, it hits a crisis and then it goes down again. Or rules get implemented to curb it. So if FIFA and UEFA introduce rules saying, you know what, guys?
But the inflation is controlled. You have to understand that.
Exactly. There's a cap on the wages now. Then it'll control it. Notice this. You're paying, okay, I don't know if you are going to the stadium quite often, but you're paying way more for a stadium ticket now than what you were paying 5 years ago. I'm paying way more now for TV membership, for a TV subscription to watch the games than I was paying like 4 or 5 years ago. These costs are not going down, so why the hell would the player prices go down?
Yeah, I guess I get it then. Yeah.
And I don't think FIFA or UEFA will introduce rules.
I think UK officially has inflation control of 2.5%. The government is driving that inflation, bro. What do you mean?
Exactly. They're not gonna care, bro. I'm telling you.
Brother, listen, man, it's a tough world out here in the UK, bro. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, listen, big up to everybody. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We are out of here. Peace
3
out.
hours, wow.
Yeah, it's mad. But listen, we will be back on Friday to discuss. Hopefully, inshallah, we might have signed somebody or we will have something positive to talk about. Listen, I hope that we sign a top left winger like I predicted, and I just want to dunk on Ash, bro. That's what I want, man. And then he will lay there and take it because it's for the betterment of his club. So
Solis still has to perform, but anyways, let's see.
Oh no! The Solis one is like a mid-season one if he's performing, or the end of the season. Do you know what I mean? That's when I have to dunk on you.
I never disagreed with you that we could sign a top left winger. I said 70% for Barcola and Diomande specifically, not for
It's going to be a Rashford or what do you say?
Yeah.
Rashford or who?
Like if we sign Rashford, so you can dog.
So no. If we sign Rashford, bro, I will feed myself to the wolves. Are you crazy? Bro, you think I'm these, man?
Nacho,
To be sitting here... No, don't say that, bro. Wallahi haram.
Don't, Sami.
Bro, don't even put that into the air,
Why
bro.
would you even put that
market opportunity, bro?
Because you know that is actually something that I'm scared we might do.
You know how like there's a...
I am,
believe
me, I am.
You know how, you guys, you know how when someone recovers from alcohol addiction and they say don't drink in front of them so that they don't fall back into these habits? You're doing that with Arsenal. We are so vulnerable and so influenced by these stupid things. You putting it in the air, Arteta could be watching the stream and saying, actually, not a bad idea.
Bro, you know,
it's not.
I keep
Chelsea bombs is something that we have to see.
He scored a double kick against Everton a few years ago. So hey,
bro, I keep Arteta away from Chelsea games, bro. Just let the other coaches watch the Chelsea games and then come up with game plans, bro. Don't let Arteta watch any Chelsea games.
I don't even want Caicedo or Palmer from Chelsea. Even the good players I don't want anymore. Khalas, done. Enough.
Hey. Anyway, listen, people, big up. Inshallah, we'll see you guys on Friday. Peace out, yeah? Love.
Wait, sorry. Letty asked the question. Wait, let me just answer Letty quickly because out of respect. Sorry, Letty, I'll just answer. I didn't see it. My bad, Letty. He said, if Yano Barcola 100 million, please, are you pulling up? No. I will sign Barcola for 100 million. I don't mind that. Or even Diomande for 100 million. I don't mind that. That's it. Big up, Letty.
Peace out, people.
Peace.